Columbus River Dragons hockey.
These two teams met in the playoffs last year. The Rockers roster hadn't changed all that much from last year, but for whatever reason, last night just everything went the way of the Columbus River Dragons. 8-0 was the resultant final, and that's going to have a ripple effect, a knock-on effect, however you want to phrase it. But when you kind of take a look at today's game, and then, of course, these two teams facing off at 6 o'clock tonight and then 2:05 tomorrow afternoon, you know there's going to be some changes and a little bit of kind of jiggling of lineups and such, and we are going to have that for you. We're going to talk about it here in this Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. I do want to remind everybody that we're getting it going a little bit early here tonight, and so that means, again, tomorrow, 2:05 p.m. start, half hour before in the pregame show. That's going to be at 1:30 on the Eastern time zone. And it's unusual for the River Dragons to play a Sunday game. There's not too many of them on the schedule, but again, we will have another game tomorrow, so just keep that in mind as well. Want to say hello to everybody watching on the radio side and listening as well over on 106.9 Really Rocks, and of course our YouTube channel at Columbus River Dragons. The River Dragons come into tonight's game at 28-3, 2-2-1, 92 points. The River Dragons are the first team to get over the 90-point plateau in the FPHL this year. Their win streak, the Tim Hortons win streak, is now 16 games, and the River Dragons threatening to tie the longest win streak in Columbus hockey history at 17 games, which was set by the 2005 Columbus Cottonmouths in the SPHL. So one more game for the River Dragons. That could be tonight to tie that streak. But the River Dragons, I'm sure, would tell you, the streak is nice, but the 3 points is what's important to this Columbus hockey team. Motor City comes in at 17-13, 4-4-1, 65 points. And at 6-4 in their last 10, Motor City has seen its ups and downs. Last night was definitely one of the downs, losing 8-0 to the River Dragons. And Columbus took a little while to get going. And, you know, it's funny, we talked to Coach Jerome Bichard yesterday. And, by the way, just a heads up, because of technical difficulties with the audio with Boomer's interview today, we are actually not going to hear from him in the pregame show like we usually do. So no chat with Coach Bichard, but I did talk to him, and I will paraphrase liberally throughout the pregame show and the game itself. But the River Dragons, maybe a concern coming off the bus, long bus trip to get up here, you drive overnight. What kind of start are you going to get out to? And, of course, the phrase that we hear, whether it's a team coming in that's traveled or for the River Dragons themselves, is either don't let that team get off the bus or, hey, make sure you get off the bus in the case of the River Dragons. And Columbus did. Columbus got off the bus. It took 15 minutes for the first goal of the game yesterday. It took a little while for them to get it going, but the River Dragons did indeed finally get it going. And once they did, things looked pretty good for them. They were able to pour those 8 goals in. But, for the first 15 minutes of that game, it was back and forth. There were some pretty good chances. Brendan Colgan made some big-time saves. Trevor Babin, who started last night for Motor City, also made some big-time saves. And that's what you need, both teams. You need saves from your goaltender. And the River Dragons got that from Colgan yesterday, who picked up his second shutout of the season. So congratulations to him in doing that as well. But tonight, some changes will abound for these teams. We are going to get into those in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Plus, again, a busy day on the transaction wire in the FPHL. We're going to talk about that. Plus, it is an extremely busy day as far as college basketball goes and the FPHL, the NHL. When we get to our Zelmo Zip In Out of Town scoreboard, there is so much to come your way here in the pregame show, and these two teams are getting it underway just about a half hour from now, so stay tuned. There is plenty more to come. This is the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
Good internet.
With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps, all for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back, River Dragons fans and any stray Rockers fans we happen to have here in our Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Tom Callahan here with you. Pleased to have you along and very thankful for you being a part of Columbus River Dragons hockey as the boys out there warming up on the ice right now. And we talked about the records a little bit ago as we were discussing what's going on with this River Dragons hockey team coming in. Winners of 16 in a row. Things are just going the right way for the River Dragons right now. They are just finding ways to win games. And, of course, yesterday was 8-0. One of the things that you always wonder, and honestly kind of stuck with me about last night's effort, I mean, Motor City is not a team that necessarily you should be beating 8-0. Now, look, everybody lays an egg now and then, and even the River Dragons lay an occasional egg. It happens, right? I mean, in a 3-game weekend, it's going to be very difficult to beat a team 3 times in a row. But when I look at Motor City and kind of the way yesterday went, you could see the air come out of the balloon on this team on a Friday night. So here's why, to me, tonight, the start of this game is going to be so incredibly important, and the first period in particular could dictate the next 5, not just tonight, but tomorrow. Because if you're Motor City, now it's natural, it's human nature. When you get beat 8-0, you want to come back the next night and punch the other team in the face, literally and figuratively. We saw some of the face punching last night as the frustration boiled over towards the end of the game. Trevor Babin ended up taking a 10-minute misconduct for abuse of officials, then ended up with a game misconduct for abuse of officials. He did not get any follow-on suspension from that, so he is eligible to play tonight, although he is not slated to make the start here this evening, and we'll discuss that a little later on. That said, the River Dragons, as a team, know, and in talking with the guys, they understand that probably what's coming next is not going to be easy, because what's coming next is going to be an awful lot of pushback from this Motor City Rockers team. And again, going back to the human nature part of it, the Rockers were quite frankly embarrassed yesterday. It was an embarrassing effort for them. There's no pulling the punches on that. When you lose 8-0, That's really the only way you can describe it. But they know that. And you know that that's a better hockey team than that in those purple sweaters. So the expectation for me tonight is that you're going to see the first period tonight, the opening 20 minutes, is the best hockey you're going to see from this Motor City Rockers team. They are going to come out, guns blazing, giving it absolutely everything. They're going to try to blow the River Dragons through the boards. They're going to try to pepper the net with shots. They're going to try to overwhelm this Columbus hockey team, beat them back as much as they can, and they're going to try to build an early lead here, make Columbus get back into the game. Not that the River Dragons aren't capable, but make them do it. And have to do it on the road, and have to do it after a big win. You know, it's not as if it's a mystery for Columbus to know whether or not they're able to score those goals, whether or not they're capable of, wreaking that kind of havoc on the ice. They know they can. But I think really the most important thing for the Motor City Rockers and the River Dragons, now here's where we flip this coin, right? Because the Rockers are going to come out and try to establish their game. They're going to try to bring all the momentum they can. They're going to try to really be as destructive as possible when it comes to breaking down the River Dragons systems and the way Columbus wants to play the game. So, since we know that, now, if you're the River Dragons, let's take a look as the visiting team. So there's a couple things you don't have. You don't have last change. And it's not your rink. So there's a couple things here you might not be familiar with. The corners are a little more, they have an odd shape to them. I don't necessarily know how, they're a little narrower heading into the corner. The curve starts along the goal line a little bit earlier. It's just a little bit different shape to the ice here. So that's something certainly the Rockers are familiar with on dump-ins, angles out of the corner. And for the River Dragons, that's something you're going to have to contend with. You're also contending with a slightly smaller neutral zone. Transition game happens a lot faster here. Both of these teams have speed, and they can catch you napping. Boy, we saw a sequence yesterday in the second period where the teams exchanged 3 breakaways. River Dragons had one. Then it was a 3-on-0 the other way for the Motor City Rockers, and then a breakaway back the other way for the River Dragons, at which point Alex Storjahan ended up credited with a goal at the end of that whole wild sequence. Did it go in? Did it not go in? Well, the referee on the ice said it did go in. It's one of those things where if you're the Rockers, you say, we didn't get a break yesterday, and you could argue that. They had a rough time yesterday trying to just find a way to get things going. They actually did have a wide open net in the first period that they were missed converting on. Could have made it a different game at that point. Just things that happen over the course of a hockey game that conspire to, whether you're leading 1-0 or you're down 2-1 or whatever it is. Maybe it's a little different at the end of that first period, but you had a goal. And that didn't happen. And so then it kind of drags on. Now it gets a little bit in the back of your head. So I think the Rockers really know they need to come out and push tonight. And I expect them to dump pucks in, get into the corner pretty hard, pretty aggressive, pretty physical, and try to generate those grade A's in front of the net by funneling those pucks to the front of the net. And the River Dragons are not going to come back with Brendan Colgan tonight. Instead, it's going to be William Lavaliere getting the start here for the River Dragons, and he is going to get his first go in a Columbus uniform. So we'll have our first look up close at him playing for Columbus. Now, we saw him on the flip side of things with the Baton Rouge Zydeco. And he played well with the Zydeco. And, in fact, I thought was a big reason why the Zydeco were even remotely in the game with the River Dragons. A very athletic goaltender, very capable, but now it's going to be up to him to see if he can kind of keep that momentum going for Columbus as well, as he's, no pressure getting thrown in there in the 16th game of the Tim Hortons win streak. You got to drop him in there at some point, right? So he'll get the nod here tonight. And looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring to the table as well. And I'm sure it'll be exciting for River Dragons fans to see as Taylor Joseph, again, still on the IR, still nursing a lower body injury, working towards coming back, but still not sure of the timeline for Joseph. But we'll see. And with 3 games in 3 days, actually 2.5 days, you figure both goaltenders are going to get some work this weekend. And you know what? Coach Bichard is a guy who, and again, talking to him before the game about this, and I asked him, I said, well, and for those of you who don't know, I grew up playing goaltender. And so I think about a lot of things from a goaltender's mindset. And so I asked Boomer, and this is in no way accusatory or anything, and I told him that. I said, Boom, I'm just curious from my standpoint why you would go to Lavaliere today, not Colgan coming off the shutout, and then knowing that, what we've been talking about, Motor City's going to come out and really try to just punch you in the mouth. And to his way of thinking, it really shouldn't make a difference to the River Dragons one way or the other. You have 2 excellent goaltenders, and actually for Columbus, 3, which is an insane luxury at this level. So you plug one or the other in. It's up to the team to play defense, to clear out the front of the net, to get everything done in front. And Boomer's been a guy who does rotate, and that is 100% true. Over the year and a half I've been here with this River Dragons team, he rotates his goaltenders. It goes 1-1-1-1. There's not a ton of favoritism or even concern given. It's kind of an old hockey thing where goalie has a shutout, you start him the next night, you keep him going until he doesn't have one anymore. Guy gets hot, you go on a run, but I mean that's not a consideration for Boomer. And he even shrugged when I mentioned it. He's like, it just really wasn't something he even factored into his decision making. His way of thinking is, well, Cokes played last night, then Lavaliere will play tonight, and Colgan will probably go back tomorrow. So that's just how he looks at things. And I thought that was kind of interesting and insightful into how he makes his decisions and the process behind it. So just wanted to share that with you, as I did have the chance to have that conversation with him prior to the game. All right, let's take a break here. When we come back, it'll be time for the Out-of-Town Scoreboard, brought to you by Zelmo's Zippin'. It is a busy day, not only in the hockey world, but also, as I mentioned, men's college basketball. There's plenty to talk about, and we will do just that when we come back with more in a moment. This is the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip-In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
On the Chick-fil-A app, real guests paid for their testimonials.
Back here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us, River Dragons fans. And again, as we mentioned, any Motor City fans we had who decided they wanted an extended pregame show, we always do a half hour before the games. Actually, technically, 35 minutes. I want to remind everybody that unfortunately, due to technical issues with the audio, that we typically have River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard on in the next segment. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen here tonight, and I apologize for that, but for whatever reason, sometimes, here, let me use an old term for you. Things don't stick to the tape, and it did not. The words were captured on the video side, not on the audio side, and unless anybody's really good at reading lips on YouTube, we wouldn't really get a chance to figure out what Boomer said anyway. So I will just, as I said, I did do the interview. I'll paraphrase liberally throughout the broadcast here, but did get a chance to chat with him about that, and we'll cover over it as best we can. Things happen, and that's all right. Okay, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by Zelmo's Zip In. And tonight in the FPHL, well, a busy evening here. Taking a look over the scoreboard. 10 of the 11 in action tonight, and 6 o'clock starts just like us. You've got the Elmira River Sharks at the Danbury Hat Tricks here this evening. Also, the Mississippi Seawolves at the Carolina Thunderbirds. That is a 6:05 start. Watertown Wolves are at the Binghamton Black Bears at the Division Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Binghamton, New York. And at the Apex Center tonight, the Baton Rouge Zydeco are in town to take on the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Those are also 7 o'clock. So everybody is starting by 7 o'clock tonight. And everybody's in the Eastern time zone here this evening as well. So a little bit of an early night. You might get your Z's a little early if you're just watching some FPHL hockey. Going over to the NHL, already some matinee finals coming into us. The Detroit Red Wings beat the St. Louis Blues 6-1 today. The Red Wings opened that game up with 4 goals in the first period. Chase Jordan Binnington. And then added some insurance down the stretch in that 6-1 win over St. Louis as the Blues continue to just... You want to talk about an up-and-down season for a team. I mean, that is St. Louis. Just trying to figure out still, who are they, what are they, what is this team going to bring to the table? It's a bit of a crapshoot. The Blues are still, they have a fighting chance at a wild card spot, but not if they keep playing like that. Also, final from earlier this afternoon, the Devils with a 4-3 win over the Montreal Canadiens. The Tampa Bay Lightning double up the Islanders 4-2. And the Rangers 2-1 over the Philadelphia Flyers. Coming up tonight, we have a 6 o'clock NHL start where the Capitals are at the Florida Panthers. 7 o'clock, you have the Maple Leafs at the Avalanche. Now that game is going to be interesting. Caps and Panthers is interesting. By the way, the Panthers are just playing insane right now. 37-16-4 on the year. But the Leafs and the Avalanche, I think that one's one I would circle. That's 7 o'clock. Golden Knights are at the Senators. Bruins at Canucks in a 2011 Stanley Cup Final rematch. Then at 8 o'clock, you've got the Stars at the Hurricanes. 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight, the Battle of Alberta, always a classic. Flames at the Oilers. Wild at the Kraken. Preds are at the Sharks tonight on the left coast. And the Battle of Los Angeles at 10:30. That is the Ducks at the Kings. Boy, how about the Kings, by the way? The L.A. Kings kind of just, they cooled right off. That team was challenging potentially to catch up to the Vegas Golden Knights in the West. Maybe challenge for the division, hit an absolutely frigid streak, couldn't win a game, made a coaching change. Now they're trying to figure out who they are and right the ship again just in time. They'll make the playoffs. Believe me, the Kings will make the playoffs. They're too talented not to. But they've got some work to do to try to figure out who and what they are heading towards the postseason here. And it's not already too early to think about the postseason. We're at the end of February. I mean, March, April, boom, you're into the playoffs. So got to start crossing your mind. Plus, the NHL trade deadline's coming up. That's going to be a busy day as well. All right, let's take a look at men's college basketball. And we have some finals from earlier today. Number 4, Arizona beats Washington 91-75. Other finals from earlier today. It took overtime, but number 2 Houston knocks off number 11 Baylor 82-76. Number 24 Florida beats Vanderbilt 77-64. Number 6 Iowa State 71-64 over West Virginia. Wake Forest beats number 8 Duke 83-79. And Kansas State beats number 25 BYU 84-74. Number 12 Illinois takes care of business 95-85 over Iowa. Number 20 South Carolina 72-59 over Ole Miss. Games going on right now. You've got number 10 North Carolina deep in the second half, 47-37 over Virginia. Also just into the second half, number 17 Kentucky, unbelievable. Kentucky right now against number 13 Alabama is up 92-59. That is just kind of mind-blowing to me, and I'm sure other SEC basketball fans as well. But, boy, Kentucky is just taking it out on Alabama. Number 23, Texas Tech, trails unranked UCF 67-54 with 3 minutes to go in the second half there. 6 o'clock tip-off. You've got Texas at number 9, Kansas. Number 14, Auburn is at Georgia. Villanova is at number 1, UConn at 8 o'clock Eastern. Also at 8, you've got Texas A&M at number 5, Tennessee. Number 21, Washington State is at Arizona State. Number 22, Colorado State at UNLV. 10 o'clock tip-offs tonight. You've got San Diego at number 18, St. Mary's. Number 19, San Diego State against Fresno State. So that is the men's college basketball scoreboard. All right, well, as I say, normally, by the way, your scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. Normally, we do have Coach Jerome Bichard coming up next, but again, audio issues tonight with the interview, so no chat with Jerome. Instead, we're just going to have a normal segment coming up next, but it will be our last segment before we get ready to drop the puck here. Priority Waste Ice at Big Boy Arena. In Motor City, the Rockers hosting the River Dragons. We'll tell you a little bit more about it. We'll take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders and get inside the numbers a little bit more since we got a little extra time to stretch our legs here at the pregame show. Brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air. Back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus, bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up. Only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
All right, and we are back on Columbus River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you in this Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We appreciate you being here. Normally, yes, this is where we have our chat with River Dragons head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, but as I mentioned, audio difficulties tonight, so no Boomer. You got extended Tom time instead, and that'll give us a good chance to look at the starting goaltenders for tonight. Both teams have elected to make a change in net here this evening, and so the River Dragons are going to go ahead and start William Lavaliere, who comes in from the Baton Rouge Zydeco 1-5-0-2 with a 3.40 goals against average. But what's important here, I think, to point out for Lavaliere is that .916 save percentage. Playing on a bad Zydeco team that gives up a lot of shots and makes life difficult on its goaltenders, he still posts a .916. That is a pretty good number and a very impressive number, and one that I think is definitely worth talking about. For him to have that .916 just shows you he's a battler and doesn't give up on pucks and second opportunities, so I really am encouraged by that. Of course, the record, I think you throw that out the window. I mean, the Zydeco are not having a good season, and we'll see how he's going to do here with the River Dragons, a vastly different team in front of him. Meanwhile, there was no suspension for Trevor Babin. He is the backup goaltender tonight, but Ricardo Gonzalez, a guy who here in Motor City is widely considered to be the future of this organization's goaltending, 7-7-0-0, .896 save percentage, and a 4.25 goals against. He had a little bit more difficult time earlier in the season and had a little bit of a cold snap. I was talking with Ben Salegi, the announcer for the Motor City Rockers, and he was saying, he struggled through a stretch, couldn't quite find his game, had a difficult time trying to iron things out for himself. But Gonzalez is a guy they said, hey, we need you to kind of find your mental game, get things together. We want you to come back and do a better job here. And so he's going to get the start here tonight. And again, no suspension for Babin, but he is backing up. And he picked up a 10 for abuse of official and then a game misconduct. And, that's not what you want from your number one goaltender, although Babin is a guy, he's a fiery guy, and that's what they're used to with him. So we'll see. It should be an interesting goaltending matchup here tonight for both of these hockey teams, and definitely wanted to take a look at that. So right now, as they start to introduce the Rockers down there on the ice, we've got one more break to take in this Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. When we come back, we'll get ready to drop the puck. Rockers and River Dragons coming your way in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here he comes, boys. Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from?
I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
And so we are about ready to drop the puck here from Big Boy Arena, Priority Waste Ice. We are going to get it underway. Lavaliere against Gonzalez in the nets here tonight. And let's take a look at your referee introductions for tonight's game. They're brought to you by the Optical Shop. You should see the game they're missing. The Optical Shop in Phoenix City, where right now for just $99 and a bag of chips, you get 2 pairs of eyeglasses. Your referee for tonight's game, number 90, Steve Gowdy, and number 11, Jordan Crable. The linesman, number 79, Mark Jackson, and number 6, Dallas Mitchell. 8-0. River Dragons won it last night, and now they're going to get it underway tonight. River Dragons rolling left to right here in front of our broadcast location, wearing the white home jerseys, or the road jerseys, and that puck out of play 8 seconds into it. Scott Brand stopping by to say hi in his own unique fashion here, just outside the broadcast booth. Hi, Scott. Face off just outside the Rockers line here. Rockers wearing the purple jerseys tonight. They wore the black last night. Maybe we're trying to switch it up. River Dragons in the road whites. And it's McDonald, Moore, Hunter out there starting. Last night, Justin McDonald led the way. 2 goals, 2 assists. Ryan Hunter also 2 goals, 2 assists. This line was a big part of that 8-goal outburst. Here's Kyle Moore chasing it over to the left side corner. He'll put a hit on over there. Hunter trying to help keep that puck in. Motor City able to jam it out to center. Bumped off of the line. Nice job there by Underwood to step up on Koash. Jars it loose, and now Underwood trying to scoop it off the wall. Move it ahead to Moore. Moore into space. Bockwell up on the left wing side. That one was knocked away from Hunter. River Dragons have to wait, tag it up, and they'll dump it in. And go for the change. Not quite a minute into this opening frame here. The Rockers on the regroup of their own right now. Here's Milam on the near side. Dumped in, down, and the Rockers are offside. It was icing anyway, one way or the other. And so while we get a quick break here, let's take 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 Fort Moore, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
Well, the Rockers were arguing. They thought it was whistled down for offside. It was not. It was icing that was called. So the faceoff back down to the right of Gonzalez. River Dragons in for the faceoff here. Jemayev tying it up, fed back towards the point. Shinkarik did not keep it in time. Vanderweel and Jemayev remained tied up on that faceoff for a while. They're both giving each other the business there, so kind of keep an eye on that. The Rockers, as I said, this is going to be the big-time pushback here tonight as an icing call coming up against Columbus. I expect Motor City to be fired up and feisty and, quite frankly, angry. They got beat pretty well yesterday. 8-0 was that final score. And the Rockers' first period tonight is going to determine not only tonight, but tomorrow as well, with the 2:05 matinee coming up. 3-3 for these two teams. Face-off is going to be to the right of Lavalier and the River Dragons net. Vanderweel in for the face-off, and he wins it back towards the point. Shot coming in, that's wide of the net. Lively bounce right back in front, is pushed behind. Rockers on the puck, fed up to the left point, win with a shot through traffic, and on goal, Lavalier will gobble it up and hang on. Face-off will stay inside the River Dragons zone. Columbus now may change if they wish, but looks like they're going to leave that Jemayev, Petrantonio, and Doe line out there. Gill and Shinkarik on the points. Vanderweel against Petrantonio. Face-off push back to the left point. Shot coming in. That ricocheted off Shinkarik and wide. Doe chips it off the dasher. Down it goes. Jemayev up on the forecheck. Puck left behind the net. Doe around to the far side. Delaney coughed it up in the slot. Quick shot by Jemayev on a right pad. Save Gonzalez. Boy, dangerous pass right across the slot, and Jemayev had it right there. Rockers back the other way. They'll dump it in and play it around to the far side by Lavalier. Chipped up the wall by Storjahan. Jemayev took a swat at it. Couldn't get to it, so now it'll be turned the other way for the Rockers here. They'll regroup. Gulo back to his customary number 94 here tonight. Last night had to switch to 21. They had a celebrity player wearing 94 because he was from the radio station 94.7. Columbus pushing back in. Left side shot by Storjahan. That one tipped to the glass. Slahetka at the right point keeps it in. Now it's cleared back out to center. Duncan back up on the left side. Columbus quickly back in. Bersani into space, and the flip in the air over the stick of Storjahan. Turned the other way by the Rockers out to center. That one is backhanded down. Lavalier out to play it behind the net. He'll chip it up the near side on the backhand. Slahetka trying to move it along the boards. Nolan Slahetka, 18 friends and family here tonight. I know that Andreoli's got quite a few as well here. A couple other players with a bunch of family in attendance here. And again, the River Dragons don't make a road trip to New York in the regular season here this year, so a lot of the folks who like to come down either out of Canada or the northern United States and watch their sons, uncles, brothers, cousins, whoever play, they got to come here to Michigan. Now there's a chance in deep, and Motor City scores. It's Scott Koash as the River Dragons turn the puck over at the side of the net. Lavalier down, and Koash to the backhand puts it home. Motor City jumps on the board. 3:17 into the hockey game. It's 1-0. Well, again, not a surprise. You know that Motor City's going to come after you tonight. They have to. And so Scott Koash with the goal. It's his team leading 21st of the year. Columbus will put the McDonald unit back out there, see if they can get something generated on the offensive side here. Koash after behind his own net. And it's moved out to center here. Can't really quite pick up the audio on the goal. Giuliano will filter it back to the D. Motor City, regrouping, looking to move it ahead now. Pass ahead there is tipped on down the ice into the corner there by Delaney, but it was behind center, so that's an icing call going the other way. So Koash with the goal to put Motor City in front 1-0 here, just 4 minutes into this hockey game. Face-off will be back to the right of the Rockers' goal. It's tied up on the face-off dot. Petrantonio with it. Left pointer's Gill. Rockers trying to flip that out off the glass, and Delaney is able to get it down. That'll force Shinkarik all the way back after it. He's watched by Vanderweel. Shinkarik quickly out the right side. Tries to wheel his way out. Knocked off a stick, but Gill right there to follow it up. He'll get to center. Gill will dump it into the backhand. Gonzalez flings it right back up the near side glass. Cut off by Petrantonio. Doe on the right side as well, had it knocked past him, and now out to center, it's deflected down. Shinkarik chasing. Colton in there with him, no icing. They go to the boards together. Gill knocks it around to the far side. Here's Doe. Doe back to Gill. Shinkarik behind the net to Gill on the left side. Gill with a little flip into space ahead. River Dragons starting a change here as the Rockers looking to go the other way, but Andreoli cut the puck off at center. Now Sneathen over the line, ran into Gill. There's a chance on the left side, but unable to get the shot off as Wells. Columbus trying to clear the zone, can't. Puck kept in at the left point by Wynn. Shot is tipped in behind the goal. A centering attempt, hit Gill, stays in behind the goal. Now another chance at the side of the goal. That knocks the post off there as Wells crashed into it. And we'll get a break here. 5:18 into this first period. 1-0 Motor City is in the lead. We'll take a break and come back with more first period brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland on Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle at your neighborhood Tim's.
5:18 gone here in the first period. 1-0 Motor City in the lead on a Koash goal. The next Eat with the River Dragons event at Chick-fil-A Midland will be on Wednesday, February 28th from 6 to 7 p.m. Come eat with the team and get autographs, selfies, and more. Only at Chick-fil-A Midland, Wednesday the 28th from 6 to 7 p.m. Face off to the left of William Lavaliere, making his first start in a River Dragons uniform. And want to make sure we are back from the media timeout. Indeed we are. And, well, we didn't like that face-off. Let's do it again. Storjahan and Rioli Wickline out there, along with Gill and Shinkarik. Set up on the dot. And that's one back towards Shinkarik, around to the near side, Wickline. Wickline into space and through the skates of Andrioli, all the way down for an icing call. So we'll do it all over again, drop it back at the River Dragons end. Draw will be to the left again of that River Dragons net. Storjahan in against Koash for the faceoff. And Koash winning it back to the point shot coming in from Colton. Save made Lavaliere, rebound to the far corner. Svintsov tied up on the boards over there, looking for a little help out of Conway. And now up the left side, here's Shinkarik. He'll get to center, dump it in, cross corner. Wickline on the right side, up after it. And they try to move the puck along. Ends up at the right point, kept in there. Slahetka right back down the wall. In behind the net, Colton sweep it around to the far side, and it's cleared out by Svintsov. Looking ahead, here's Conway tipping it on. Left side, Koash in with a long wrister, and the save made. Duncan will go over to make sure Koash doesn't cut too close to the goaltender there. Good recovery defensively by the River Dragons because Motor City was indeed trying to stretch, catch him short-handed there. And the River Dragons had to come back, and a nice job by Slahetka and Duncan defensively getting back, and that just turned into a long-range wrist shot there for Koash, which is not a high percentage chance. But boy, that was just a little example of the River Dragons kind of, buttoning it up defensively as they're going to take an icing call here. But that's what Columbus needs to do and be aware. And again, I talk about the smaller neutral ice here at this building up here in Fraser, and I mean, it does not take long to attack in transition. Couple of strides, you're through the neutral zone, especially if you're attacking with speed. So defensemen have to be constantly aware. Face off this time controlled by the River Dragons. Slahetka works it around to Duncan. Duncan with a flip ahead too far for more. That's going to be another icing call. Well, they wave it off. So the River Dragons steal it. Side of the net. Hunter with a shot. Went off the outside of the net. I'm very surprised they waved that icing off. McDonald on a bouncing puck. Tried to feed it to the slot. Turned back out by Motor City. And the Rockers will bring it in. Left-sider's a shot in. And coming to his right. Lavaliere with a save. Fields goes to the net. And he's going to get the attention of Duncan for it. Delaney in there as well. Rotondi. Already the ire is up as Duncan and Rotondi wrestle down to the ice. Boy, Duncan is pretty upset. Duncan talking to him all the way over to the penalty box. They're both going to go in. Rotondi and Duncan will take a seat. Time of the penalties, 6:49. And I believe they're just going to match them up here. Probably a couple of roughing calls. River Dragons Hockey is brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, a new age approach to old school accounting, specializing in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. By the way, Rotondi was the only assist initially on that goal, but now they've actually changed that assist over to Svintsov on the Koash marker. And both players do, by the way, get roughing. So coincidentals. We're going to skate a little 4-on-4 here. And the River Dragons can't get the puck out. Here's Milam in for a chance. That one is deflected off the defender in front as Columbus trying to play it around. Petrantonio and Doe there. Now Milam in tight with a chance. Save Lavalier and the puck out of play. Boy, Milam cut right in front. Had a real nice scoring opportunity there. They're still over there talking to the penalty timekeeper. For whatever reason, they don't quite have things ironed out. The penalty box door is open. Oh, now they're putting up the penalty time. They didn't have the penalty time up. Now they have to do math because it didn't have it up right away. Now, according to our intrepid producer, Drew Pierce, should be 141. Happy birthday, Drew. 29 years young today. I vaguely remember 29. I'm sure I was 29 at some point. Actually, we were laughing about it on the trip down here on the bus. I was sitting with Boomer and Drew talking about it when he mentioned it was his birthday weekend. And I said, Boom, do you remember 29? And he just laughed. Now they're trying to figure it out. But, yeah, it should be 141 up there. Brody Duncan is just stewing right now in the penalty box. He is just absolutely stewing. He is just so not happy. I don't blame him. River Dragons are trailing 1-0 right now. There we go. River Dragons are trailing 1-0 right now. We have played 7:08 into this first period, brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland. And a reminder to save big at River City Swing Sets, your local Gorilla Playsets authorized showroom, offering lifetime warranty swing sets and basketball goals, swings, slides, and more. Check out RiverCitySwingSets.com for the full lineup. Get your big save at River City Swing Sets with free installation on any swing set purchase by saying, Go River Dragons. Centering feed right off that face-off there from the Motor City Rockers. Went through the crease out the other side. Big hit by Bockwell on the near wing. Puck is still not out. Tell you what, Motor City looks a lot better tonight than they did last night. River Dragons finally punch it out over the line, but turn it over, and it's dumped right back in. Here's Bockwell starting out from behind his own net. He'll go up the right side. Underwood onto the left wing for Doe. It bounced away from him. Bockwell tried to step up, tried to push it deep, but it's flipped right back out to center. Underwood on it, gets it back to Doe. Doe's going to hang on to it while the River Dragons get a bit of a change here with under a minute to go in this 4-on-4 situation. It's Gill and Shinkarik out, and now Jemayev and Wickline. Here's Wickline with Shinkarik going to the net. Wickline trying to force it in front, pass blocked. Motor City back the other way. Puck hit the linesman, turning back is Wickline. He'll push in on the left side. Wickline stops in space, has room, leaves it off in the left wing. Gill down the wall, pinned off, feeds it up top. Shinkarik has room to roam. To his right, wrist shot through traffic. Hit a body, ends up in the far corner. 26 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. We have played 8.5 into this first period. 1-0, Motor City in the lead on a Coash goal. Giuliano, left side moving it ahead, and here's Delaney in over the line into the corner looking for a win. He's run into by Gill. Shinkarik in that pile as well, and now a chance with a player open in the high slot, but Delaney couldn't get the puck to him. Now he'll feed it across. We're back to 5-on-5. There's a centering feed knocked away. Jemayev with it out of the box is Duncan. Duncan's up and leads the rush. Left side in. He'll try a wrister, blocked away to the corner. Columbus is working on evening out those lines again. Bersani on the right side, able to trap that puck, but could only keep it in momentarily. Now it's cleared ahead, hit Andrioli in the back. He'll feed it back to the D, and now a missed pass. Bersani trying to beat it out, but he was not quite able to. So icing the call. Face-off will come back to the River Dragons' end. 9:17 gone here in the first. 1-0 Columbus. Bockwell and Slahetka are out there right now, along with Bersani, Storjahan, and Andrioli. Puck tied up on the dot. Quick shot off the face-off, and Lavalier might have got a piece of that as it went past the post. Motor City on it again. Wells trying to wiggle it free on the left side. Pushed behind the net. Chased down over there by Bockwell. He'll leave it back for Slahetka. Boy, the pace is definitely faster tonight than it was last night, and by quite a bit. Storjahan dumping it in from center. He'll go get it. Into the right side corner. Trying to move it free back there. Here's Bersani around to the left point. Kept in up top. Long shot coming in. Saved Gonzalez. Big rebound, but went right to Gulo, and he clears it out. Bounces that away to center. Pass for Bersani was behind him, but he battles back for it. Leaves it on the left side. Storjahan in left wing. Chips it across, looking for Andrioli. Pass deflected behind him. It's out up on the right half wall. Bersani has it popped over his head. Does it stay in play? It does not. Goes into the Rockers bench, and they'll get us to a break. First period action brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland. Rockers 1, River Dragons nothing. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken, instant classic.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo Zip-In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
All right, we are back here in the first period, 9:48 left to go. In this opening frame, 1-0. River Dragons trailing the Motor City Rockers. Second of 3 in 3 here. And the River Dragons are going to put out McDonald's along with Moore and Hunter. It'll be Gill and Shinkarik back defensively. Draw coming out of the left of the Motor City goal. Swung around to the far side. Conway over after it. That one is backhanded high in the air out to center. Shinkarik backing up for it. Tipped into the Rockers' end of things here. Around to the far side. It goes Milam after it, and it's played off. Shinkarik ends up out at center. Gill will turn back for it. They'll try to play it the other way. McDonald in on the right wing side. Moore trying to chase it in behind the net. Delaney leaving it off. Stolen by McDonald, but his backhand to the front was blocked. Svintsov ends up with it on the left wing. His pass missed everybody. Down it goes, but no icing, so Shinkarik has to hustle. He'll play it back onto the near side. McDonald over after it. He'll wrap it around onto the far wing. Ryan Hunter can't get it out. Koash steals it, but it was taken away, and now right back towards Hunter. Hunter ahead. Moore lost it at center. And the Rockers really trying to stretch here. They're keeping 2 forwards deep. Now they move in with a 3-on-2 on the right side. Here's Koash cutting in the slot. Up top, a shot deflected away to the corner. Svintsov on the near side feeds into the slot. Koash's shot wide on the blocker side there, and that one ricochets out of play with 8:32 to go in the first. 1-0, Columbus in the lead. Face-off will stay inside the River Dragons' end, and again, I mean, the energy here coming out of this Motor City side tonight. They're absolutely pushing the play, but Columbus doing a nice job defensively for the most part. Able to come back. They're collapsing down low, trying to help out their goaltender, trying to keep those situations even. And there's a shot tipped in from the point, and they score. Right off the face-off, it's Delaney in front. TJ Delaney, his 18th of the year, tips it over the right shoulder of Lavalier. And it's 2-0, Motor City. So 2-0 Rockers, and the River Dragons now have to find some offense. Here's a shot by Petrantonio, save made there by Gonzalez. And the rebound sent right back down the other way, but boy, Columbus has not had much going offensively here. Motor City's been all over them, and the River Dragons back on their heels a little bit. Puck ends up out at center while the Rockers are changing here. Now they dump it back in. Columbus on the regroup. Petrantonio with the lead, too far ahead for Jemayev. That's icing. Columbus not sharp at all in this first period. A lot of icings against the River Dragons. A lot of passes to nowhere. I don't know if they thought it was going to be a cakewalk here tonight, but if anything, and again, I hearken back to that Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. That's what we were talking about, is how this is going to be the best period you're going to see all week out of Motor City. Right now they're up 2-0 and pushing for more. Puck at the left point, Rotondi into the slot. Columbus just seems a little lethargic. Rotondi will move it ahead. Back in for the Rockers. Around the glass it goes. Onto the near side. Duncan on the backhand. Trying to move it down the ice. Rotondi chasing. Wickline after him. Gonzalez in trouble. Almost played it right to Wickline behind the net. Rotondi just trying to figure out a way to get it out of trouble. Down for the right point here. Slahetka pressing. Tied up on the wall. Wickline in the corner. Sends it slot. There's a shot. Storjahan is blocked. He'll feed it back across to the left point. Duncan chasing it down the wall, punching it into the corner. Wells cleared it, hit Duncan. Now here's Bersani, near side corner. Bersani to the point. Slahetka through traffic, shot blocked. Wickline on it on the right side. Into the corner, Bersani back towards Wickline. And it comes to the right point. Slahetka tried to filter it in low, a bouncing puck to the slot area, but turned away by the Rockers. Gulo from center will backhand it in. Lavaliere out to leave it behind the net for Duncan. Both teams changing it up. Here's a lead ahead to Kyle Moore. Moore tried to step around one, coughed it up at center. Koash steals it back on the right side. Trying to walk into the slot, feeds it over far sides. And a shot there by Svensov is stopped by Lavaliere coming to his right. And now turned over in the slot area, and a penalty. No, it's a hand pass. Oh, I thought there was going to be a hooking call against the River Dragons. They might have got away with one right there. There's an awful lot of chatting going on right now. Justin McDonald maybe trying to work the refs a little bit, but a hand pass against Motor City. It's going to move this face-off back down into the Rockers end of things. Which is a little surprising, because if it's a hand pass, it shouldn't be all the way down. I wouldn't think. Yeah, it should just be outside the zone, but yes, outside the blue line it is. 6:13 to go here in this first period. 2-0 Rockers. River Dragons find themselves in a position they don't often end up in, and that's trailing. It's one back towards Hunter. Hunter trying to play it over to Gill. Gill misplays. It's not out. Svensov in with a shot. Save made Lavaliere, and he'll hold on. Face-off will be to his right. Vanderweel in for the draw, in across from Jemayev. And it's one back to the left point. Milam keeps it over. Delaney around the right wing side. Bockwell behind the net. Feeds it up the near side. River Dragons leave the zone. Pass ahead. Tiptoe to Petrantonio. Has room on the right wing. Back in front. And that pass leads too far. Ends up at the left point. Fed around to the right side. Underwood with a shot. Traffic in front. Finds the glass after it was deflected off a body. Underwood steps down right point. Cannot keep it in. Rockers move it to center, but Bockwell will throw it back in from there. Gonzalez out to leave it behind the net. 5.5 to go in the first. 2-0 Rockers. Motor City looking to come the other way with it. Lead at center. Gulo off his skates. Trouble controlling. Storjahan lost it in a battle at center, though. Pushing back in on the left side. And a poke check there. Slaheka forcing it back the other way. Now Storjahan up 2-on-1. Has Bersani with him. Storjahan in. Bersani over. When he went back to Storjahan instead of shooting. And Storj was way out of his shooting position. That is the first period in a nutshell right there for Columbus. Bersani with the puck in his skates at center. Storjahan will put it back across. Matter of fact, the River Dragons on that 2-on-1, they both got really wide. Instead of kind of staying more towards the slot a little bit there, they just kind of both drifted out wide. Neither one really had a good shooting angle. Dumped down here. That'll be an icing call, it looks like. 4:43 to go in the first. 2-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. We will be back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Ice Spice?
Wait, who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm with Starry now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable.
But I love you. Please.
Aw, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken. Instant classic.
Business. Beam. Bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
2-0 Motor City in the lead. 4:43 to go here in the first. Tom Callahan here with you. River Dragons riding a 16-game win streak. And that win streak brought to you by Tim Hortons. Join Tim's Rewards today. Get any flavor medium cold drink in your first week when you sign up. Visit timhortons.com or download the app in your app store. Face off to the left of Lavalier, getting his first start for the River Dragons here tonight. It's been a rough first period. Seeing quite a bit of shots, quite a bit of traffic. The River Dragons have been a little slow starting offensively here. See if they can get things going a little bit here. 4:43 left on the clock here, and well, didn't like that face-off as Bersani complaining to the linesman there about the drop, but we're going to do it again. Here's Duncan, back after it. He'll chip it off the glass. Storjahan ahead, and he'll move up on the left wing. Dumps it into the right side corner. Wickline after it. He tries a turn with a chance in the slot. Bersani couldn't get it through. Pushed back the other way. Here comes Motor City. Shot for the wings. Stick the side by Lavalier. And now right back. Bersani up the right wing. Try to backhand it in front. Oh, it pinballs in on net. Dangerous. But handled by Gonzalez. Around to the left point it goes. Duncan has to send it right back down the rim. Behind the net, Bersani after it. Hopped over his stick. And that'll allow Wynn to turn it up that right wing side. A long pass through center. And a couple players tangle there. Duncan and Conway tripped over one another. They ended up waving off the icing. And now here's Slaheka pushing back on the left wing. In over the line. Hunter chasing after it. And now Slaheka moves it over. McDonald one time tipped in front by Moore, but wide of the post. Kept in on the left side. Hunter tried to center looking for McDonald. Couldn't get it through to him. Around it comes onto the near wing, and it's flipped up high in the air out of the zone. Now Gill falls, but the puck went right into him. Oh, that was just luck. Otherwise, Delaney had a breakaway. Back comes Moore. He's got Hunter with him. Right side, Moore trying to work his way in. Puck swept away to the corner. Centering feed in front. Deflected away to the wall. Back around it goes for Kyle Moore. He centers. A bouncer off the goal stick of Gonzalez. Flipped up to the point. Shinkarik will let it go. Save Gonzalez with the blocker. Left side, Moore in behind the net. McDonald slot. Hunter with a shot and a save there by Gonzalez. That is the first good scoring chance of the period for Columbus. Gonzalez out to make the save as Ryan Hunter was alone in the slot. Let it go quickly. 2-0 your score. Motor City in the lead. Face-off will be to the right of the Rockers' net. Quickly off the face-off, a shot, and Gonzalez holds on. Petrantonio letting it go. Little leaker off the body, but he got the mid on it quickly. Doe, Jamaev, Petrantonio up front. Gill and Shinkarik on the points. Draw one by Motor City around down to the right point. Shinkarik pinching to try to keep it in. And he does for a moment here. Now it's floated out and tipped down the ice right in on Lavalier. It hops over his goal stick into the corner. Conway tried to center, hit him in the back of the head, and it stays behind the net, fortunately. Gill in trouble from behind. Svensov caught him, stole the puck away, trying to work in the right side corner. Boy, Motor City is hungry right now. Conway will feed it up top. Here's Delaney in space, cut off by Petrantonio. Doe after it. He'll come up the right side. He'll flip it deep. Milam after it. And now Milam spins away from Jamath. Koash moving it ahead. Turned the other way by Bockwell. Andrioli the other way. And now knocked off by Storjahan. Storjahan moving up as Andrioli tripped down. No call coming. Long shot in. His glove down by Gonzalez. And he'll hold on with 2:07 to go in this Chick-fil-A Midland first period. 2-0. Motor City in the lead. I think for Columbus to get through this opening 20 is going to be important. They'll get a chance to reset in the locker room. It'll break the pace a little bit here to get to the intermission. Motor City has been pushing that pace. Columbus is kind of now starting to get to a point where I feel like they're matching it a little bit. I think the intermission will come in at the right time here. It would be really helpful to get one back before the break, but I don't think it's necessary. Puck dumped in behind the Columbus goal. Bersani over after it. He'll wedge it high in the air. That one a bouncer down, no icing here. Win is tracked by Andrioli behind the net. He has to reverse it around behind the cage, and Motor City will reset the breakout. Forced out the left side. Puck flipped to the right wing. Here's Gulo through center. They'll move it across where it's dumped in from there. Around it goes by Colton. Up the far side. Colton tips it into the slot. Andrioli knocks away to the line. Not out, though. Kept it on the right side. Feed behind the net. Gulo got it in front quickly. Deflected onto there. Andrioli off the glass. And that one will go down the ice. Delaney back after a watch by Bersani. 1:13 to go in the first. River Dragons to the change. Dump back down. Slahetka chasing. No icing. Ryan Gill will join us in the first period intermission report. And hope you can stay tuned for that. Brought to you by Sun South John Deere. There's a shot from the right point. Long one in is deflected by a high stick. Who touches first? River Dragons. We continue. Now another shot in on goal. Save Lavalier. And we get a little bit of shoving out here at the blue line, but 50.4 seconds left to go in the first. 2-0 your score. And they're going to put that draw as Hunter talking to the referee. They'll put it to the right of the River Dragons net. Vanderweel in for the face-off across from McDonald. They're going to have to restage here. And McDonald winning it back. Shinkarik slides it around the glass, and it does get out. Past Rotondi, and now Moore gets in past Rotondi into the corner after the puck. Right side looking for McDonald on the wall. McDonald on Delaney, knocks him off it as Moore was knocked down in the corner. Puck to the point. Shinkarik, a long shot, and a glove save Gonzalez. He'll hold on. Now Moore shoving in front. Delaney will spin him around. Face-off will come to the left of the Rockers' net. It is chippy out there right now, and the River Dragons clearly annoyed at how this first period has gone. Puck around to the left point, held in by Gill. Here's Hunter. Walks around one in space with a wrist shot. Save made by Gonzalez with the traffic in front. McDonald with the screen. Right side, here's Moore in the corner. 18 seconds to go. Hunter watching the line with a shot in on goal, and Gonzalez, nice job to track that through the traffic and make the save. Catching that one. And boy, McDonald absolutely battling in front of that net right now, trying to make something happen for Columbus. 14.1 seconds to go in the period. Motor City's going to change out the lines. Moore is stationed right at the top of the face-off circle to the left of McDonald, who's going to try to pull it back to him. It's pushed in behind the net instead. Milam loops around the net, rolls one up the right side, and it's pushed out to center. Gill will dump it back in. They'll say no icing, and we're going to get to the first period intermission with Motor City in a 2-0 lead. McDonald and Milam pushing in behind the play. That's going to bring a pile. McDonald will skate away, and River Dragons, as I was saying a little bit earlier, could use the break right now. I think the intermission's good. It's going to stem the tide of this Motor City attack to a certain amount and also let the River Dragons regroup. A good first period by Motor City, and as I said, probably the best period you're going to see from them all weekend long. They come out with a 2-0 lead. They deserve that 2-0 lead. But now the question is, all right, we got 40 minutes left to go in this. River Dragons, they're a good hockey team, and they certainly know that there's a lot of work to do here yet, but let's see if they can indeed find a way to turn things around when it comes back out for period number 2. In the meantime, it's time to step into our Sun South John Deere first period intermission report. When we come back, we are going to hear from Ryan Gill. Stay tuned, more coming your way in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from?
I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle at your neighborhood Tim's.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
Back in the Sun South John Deere First Period Intermission Report, we're joined by Ryan Gill. Gilly, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's talk about this team on its win streak right now. You guys have reached 16 games, coming off a big 8-0 win over Motor City last night. I don't think anybody really expected that result. What happened?
They came out flying, actually. We weathered the storm. We started playing our game, and one thing after another, goals started going in, and you don't expect an 8-0 game ever, but it happens.
I would expect the pushback comes tonight, right? I mean, a team like that, or any professional, you get embarrassed like that, you're going to come back.
Yeah, they're going to come out flying. I expect a lot from them. They're not a bad team at all. They are very good. They might have had an off night last night, but we'll see tonight.
What are some of the things that you have to look out for defensively against this team?
They're a very good forechecking team. They dump with a purpose. They get two guys in there. So getting the puck behind our net and making a decision quick is very important.
Yesterday you were rotating 5, tonight you're back to 6, but when you're rotating 5, talk to me a little bit about knowing that you're probably going to have a different D partner every time out there. What's important to you?
Support and communication is huge. When you have both those things, it really doesn't matter who you're playing with. You can know that your other defenseman is going to cover you when you need it, and with 5 instead of 6, it's quicker shifts. And other than that, I'm happy to have Shinks back.
There you go. I was going to say, so now you got Shinks back in the lineup here tonight. I mean, talk a little bit about his return and what that means.
Oh, he's huge for our team. Brings in energy, offense, defense, whatever you need. He's always there, flying around the ice. Good player. I love playing with him.
All right, well, there you go. Couldn't be a better endorsement than right there. So, all right, Ryan Gill, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, back with more of the first period intermission in just a moment.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time!
Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job.
Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
My dog Georgette was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Hand here with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to Ryan Gill, who's obviously, as we hear, pretty excited to have his D partner back in the rotation here tonight. Although Carter Shinkarek did a nice job on camera for us last night. Tonight, it is Sequoia Swan who is not playing and running the camera. But we appreciate, the guys' efforts no matter what it is, and we are very thankful to have them help us out as well. So never look that gift horse in the mouth you never know when you're going to need the help, and we do appreciate it when we get it, that's for sure. All right, so the Rockers up 2-0 on the River Dragons after one period of play. And a pretty good period for Motor City on balance, although the River Dragons did kind of wake up. Last night was the same deal. It was really about 15 minutes into the first where the River Dragons got it going, but the difference tonight is that Motor City came out firing. From the get-go, they were just all over it. And you know what? They definitely deserve to have the 2-0 lead they have. They came out hungry. They came out motivated. And we knew they would, right? I mean, this is not fooling anybody here. We talked about this in the pregame show. But 3:17 in, Scott Koash breaks through with his 21st of the year. They have changed the assist to Svintsov, and that is the only assist on that goal right now. But Koash's team-leading 21st of the year breaks through. And then at 11:33, Delaney, his 18th from Colton and Vanderweel. And it makes it a 2-0 Motor City game. Now, interestingly enough, the shots in this period, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think this is accurate, end up 12-11 in favor of Motor City in the period. And I'm not saying that negatively for the River Dragons per se, but I really do think Motor City had more chances than that. It certainly felt that way. And Motor City getting 2 goals in the first period, I feel this is about the minimum they should have come out with if they're going to expect to win this hockey game. The River Dragons are going to come back with a pushback. That's not going to be a surprise. It is going to happen. And Columbus, right now being down 2-0, I think that's a good spot for them. If it were 3-0, different hockey game, or 4-0 or whatever. But I think 2-0 is, number one, manageable. The River Dragons have a high output offense, and they will come back out better in the second. Number one. Number two, they also get to this intermission at about the right time. Columbus was starting to push back. The pendulum was swinging the other way. It's going to cool the Rockers off because they knew they had to come out and push hard. So now Motor City has to go in and get re-fired up to come out and play at the intensity they had in the first period. That is the challenge facing the Rockers. I don't know if they have that or not. We haven't seen them this year outside of last night, and last night was not an indication of who this team is. They got their doors blown off. So for the Rockers, they're going to have to figure out, really, if they're capable of sustaining that over the course of a 60-minute effort. They may not. And for me, that's really the most curious thing I have. That's going to tell me what kind of hockey team they are. But then, let's kind of advance it a little bit here and look at second period, third period for the River Dragons, who showed that they do have the pushback at the end of the first. And didn't really take a lot of penalties, although it got feisty, and it looks like they're letting the boys play a little bit here tonight. So for the River Dragons now, what's going to be important is that Columbus starts to get heavier. Columbus has to start leaning on Motor City more. They have to physically impose their will on this Rockers team a little more. They haven't really done it as much tonight, really at all, until the latter part of that first. They absolutely need to figure out a way to do that. And that's going to be another key feature here for the River Dragons. They're going to generate some shots. They're going to generate opportunities. They're doing a nice job getting traffic in front right now. But they really have to break down Motor City, and they're going to have to do it systematically. So it's going to be a little by little process here for the next 40 minutes, but there is 40 minutes left in this hockey game. Shots in the period, as I mentioned, 12-11 in favor of Motor City. No power plays. There were 2 penalties, but they were coincidental roughing minors, and so zeros up on the power play side of things. All right, time to look at the out-of-town scoreboard, which is brought to you by Zelmo's Zippin'. We did have a couple of early starts along with our own here tonight. And the River Dragons, one of a couple of 6 p.m. starts. Another one tonight was Elmira at Danbury, and the River Sharks have a 3-2 first period lead over the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Meanwhile, Winston-Salem Fairgrounds annex Carolina with a 2-0 lead after one over the Mississippi Seawolves. Coming up here at the top of the hour in a couple of minutes, you've got Watertown at Binghamton. And then we have the Zydeco and the Blue Ridge Bobcats. That is also getting underway at 7 o'clock. In the NHL Finals from earlier today, Red Wings 6-1 winners over the Blues. The Devils 4-3 over the Canadiens. Lightning 4-2 over the Islanders. Rangers 2-1 over the Flyers. The only 6 o'clock start in the NHL sees the Caps and Panthers scoreless after 1. 7 o'clock tonight, you've got the Leafs at the Avs. And then you have Golden Knights, Senators, Bruins, Canucks. 8 o'clock Eastern, Stars at Hurricanes. 10 p.m., the late games tonight. The Battle of Alberta, Flames at Oilers, Wild at Kraken, Preds at Sharks. 10:30, Ducks are at the Kings. And then in men's college hoops, we have finals from earlier today. Number 4, Arizona beats Washington. We'll just go through the winners very quickly here. We're kind of up against a break. UCF beats number 23, Texas Tech. Number 17, Kentucky tops number 13, Alabama, who did make a comeback out of it. Number 10, North Carolina beats Virginia in a low-scoring affair. Number 20, South Carolina over Ole Miss. Number 12, Illinois beats Iowa. Kansas State beats number 25, BYU. Wake Forest beats number 8, Duke. Number 6, Iowa State over West Virginia. Number 24, Florida over Vanderbilt. And in overtime, number 2, Houston beats number 11, Baylor. Going on right now at the half, you've got number 9, Kansas, 45-25 over Texas. And number 14, Auburn, 45-34 over Georgia. Villanova, UConn, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Washington State, Arizona State, Colorado State, UNLV, San Diego and St. Mary's, and San Diego State, Fresno State, all coming up later on. That's it for our first period intermission report, brought to you by SunSouth John Deere. When we come back, it is time for second period action. 2-0 Motor City Rockers in the lead. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle with a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Here he comes, boys. Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this. Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
And we are back here at Priority Waste Ice at Big Boy Arena. Tom Callahan with you. Second period action about to start with the Motor City Rockers leading your Columbus River Dragons 2-0. Second period action tonight presented by WOW Internet. Proud to sponsor the Columbus River Dragons this season. Team up with WOW for fast home internet for $30 per month. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons! We will start period number 2, skating 5 aside. River Dragons rolling right to left in front of our broadcast location. And they are going to start with McDonald out there and Hunter, but Andrioli on the right side instead of Kyle Moore. Maybe trying to give a little bit more physical. And not that Kyle Moore is not a physical presence, but maybe just trying to jumble it up a little bit here. I don't know. We'll see the River Dragons doing some other stuff. But we will. Oh, okay. Kyle Moore was ejected from the game, apparently. So that explains it. Interesting. So Moore, game misconduct for a lewd/inappropriate gesture, according to the game sheet, at the end of period number 1. So that would explain his absence for the remainder of the game. At the 20-minute mark. Okay, so Andrioli making the appearance right now on the right side here, and possibly for the remainder of the game. Hunter and Conway start off by jousting to start things off here. The puck free at center ends up back with Underwood. Underwood on the right side ahead. Here's Andrioli moving in. McDonald in the slot to the top of the wrist shot. Save made. Rebound ends up in the corner. Played along the wall, Andrioli on it. Slides it right in front on goal. Kicked out by Gonzalez. Down to the left point, Blockwell holding it in. They'll feed it into the corner. Andrioli after it, crashing into Conway. Coash and Conway, and now Conway a shoulder on Andrioli. Puck on the left side wall, kept in down low. McDonald leaving it in front. Andrioli, a shot! And the save made. Rebound away to the corner. Andrioli quickly on it. Leaving it to McDonald and his skates back for Andrioli, side of the net. Shot again, a left pad save there by Gonzalez. McDonald on it, into the slot. Hunter with a backhand try. That's blocked by the defense. And Motor City pushing back the other way. 2-on-2 up on the wing. Floated in front, glove down by Blockwell. Puck into the corner. Svensov after it. Trying to work it in front, and it's taken away in the slot by Colton. Quickly over after it is Underwood. Underwood with a long lead at center. McDonald trying to get to the puck. And he knocks it just in over the line. Columbus is going to go to the change here. Colton will look for a stretch through center. Tipped on Delaney. Now a chance on the left side in. And a glove save, Lavalier. And I'll tell you what, that was a good little stretch pass in there. Giuliano was able to make his way in. And a big test for the River Dragons goaltender, just 1:23 into the second period. And the energy is picked right back up here, but the River Dragons with a good opening shift are the ones trying to carry the pace here. They know they need to make the pushback. Rockers will keep the puck in. A shot from the point deflected in behind the goal. And now a centering feed. That one is taken away in front. Boy, it's a good thing, too, because that puck was in a dangerous area before anybody figured out where it was. Chipped back down by Motor City on the right side. Lavalier out to play it up the near side. Shinkarik forcing it to the far side, but Delaney centering. Puck in front, taken away by Jemaev. Here's Petrantonio getting it across, looking for Doe. Doe at the line, steps in with it on the left wing, looking for help from Jemaev along the wall. Puck is kept in. Shinkarik in front. Doe, a backhand and a left pad save. Gonzalez. Back the other way. Vanderweel up the right side. Vanderweel puts it towards the side of the net. Delaney steps in front of the backhand. A shot, save made, rebound. Lavalier able to keep it out, and it's backhanded out of there off the scoreboard. And we will get a whistle here. 2:16 into this second period. Boy, you heard the thump there as it went off the board. Face-off will be to the right of the River Dragons net. Rebound is, the draw went back to the left point, and they slide it into the slot. Here's a chance in tight, but that shot is blocked. Nice job by Duncan to take a knee in front of that one. Put the Bonnie in front of the biscuit. Back up the right side. Here's Bersani. He'll push it in around behind the net. Storjahan into the near side. Puck played away from him. Motor City trying to leave the zone, and we've got him behind the play. Bersani was tied up back there with Tristan Wells, and a penalty coming up. Or is it? No. Lavalier was on his way to the bench. Now we got a fight between Wells and Bersani. Oh boy, Bersani might have clunked his head on the ice on the way down there. Hope he's all right. What just happened? Lavalier left the net as if there was a delayed penalty coming up. Motor City scores into the wide open net that Lavalier just vacated. And now there's talk over the referee's crease. They've not put the goal up yet, but I didn't see a referee with an arm up. So I don't know what Lavalier was doing. I think obviously he thought there was a penalty. He got that idea from somewhere, but I don't know where. What a strange sequence. And just nonsensical. I don't understand that. That's a bad mistake. It's a mental mistake. They still haven't put the goal up on the board, but I assume they will. That puck ends up coming down at center, and well, we'll listen in here. We'll figure this one out. They still haven't put the goal on the board. McDonald the other way. On the right side, there it is. Okay, it's up, so it does count. River Dragons really need to figure it out quick here. Bach will in with a shot, tipped in front by McDonald. Nice hand-eye and a good save there by Gonzalez. Puck sent to the line, and it is kept in by Columbus. Underwood. Now Koash feeding it the other way. Svintsov in on the left wing. Koash coming to the net, feeds it back to him, and he fed it wide. Fired the rebound right back in front and out of the zone. Here's Bockwell with the puck at center. Jamaev lost it, and now the pass for Hunter. He was already heading to the bench. Motor City on the regroup here. Colton behind the net. And now moving up to the left side, Delaney in, but it's offside. That offside is brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Book your next appointment online ahead of time, 24/7. Also through their Instagram and Facebook. Are your sides a little off? Get lined up at Old School Barbershop. So the gift of a goal is granted to TJ Sneath for his 10th of the year. Sneath from Fields and Gulo. And that's something the River Dragons are going to have to overcome here. And really figure this one out here. It's kind of shocking. Motor City with a 3-0 lead here, and they continue to push for more. Colton down the slot. Doe caught him from behind. Puck to the right point. Here's Wynn looking in front. Wrist shot blocked by Doe. Puck to the side of the net. Lavalier over to his right to make the save. And over to Petrantonio. He can't clear the zone. Slahetka on it. Fan on his first attempt to get it out. Delaney keeps it in right side to Vanderwill. Vanderwill back to Delaney. Delaney tied up by Jamaev. Vanderwill behind the net. Try to shove it in front. Petrantonio off the glass and out. And now Petrantonio is going to pick up a penalty for high sticking or cross-checking against Wynn. Well, the frustration beginning to show for the River Dragons. Extra attacker out for Motor City, but the puck finally touched by Columbus. We'll tell you about the penalty when we come back. 5:12 gone here in the second. More coming your way in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
The energy for your dreams.
Back here in the WOW Internet second period, 3-0. Motor City in the lead, and Josh Petrantonio is now into that Abercrombie Bonding penalty box where he's going to sit 2 minutes for cross-checking. 5:12 into the second period. Koash out there with Conway and Svintsoff up front. And, well, we don't like that face-off. We're going to do it again. Storjahan, and now Vanderweel's going to step in. Milam completes a power play unit for Motor City. The Rockers held off the score sheet on the power play yesterday as that puck goes out of play immediately there in the draw, but they are 33.3% on the power play this year. And that is number one in the league. River Dragons kill is number one in the league as well. Columbus is at 85.7% coming into tonight. So two top-ranked units going head-to-head right now. Faceoff will come to the left of the River Dragons net after a slight delay here. And the puck to the line, kept in by Motor City. They'll keep it at the right point. Colton down the wall, try to feed it in front. Pardon me, Koash. Koash trying to work it around. On that right side wall, puck goes back up top. Vanderweel fakes, carries to the left side. Milam back up top to Vanderweel. Vanderweel into the high slot, gets it quickly back from Sintsov. Now Koash from the wing, a shot right into the chest protector of the goaltender Lavalier, and he'll hang on. 5:53 gone here in the second, 3-0. Motor City in the lead, power play time, 1:19 left to go, and the man advantage here. Petrantonio in the box for cross-checking. Colton holding the puck in up top. He'll move it on to the right side. Giuliano back up top to Colton. Colton, Giuliano right side. Across, Colton, left point, swings it to the left half wall. Delaney up top, Colton, his shot off a shin, and it comes down behind the River Dragons net. Swung around to the near side, Wickline trying to battle that puck out along the wall. Underwood bumped off it, but it comes straight to Bockwell, and he'll skip it down. Colton will turn it quickly back ahead. Rockers step in on the left side. Centering feed. Koash moves it down low. Bouncing puck. Fed back up to the left point. Wynn moving it along. Here's Colton leaving for Wynn on the left side. Wynn off in space. That one was picked up by Wickline. Forced the play to the right side. A bouncer there for Colton. He settles. Gets it back across. Here's Koash up top. Feeding it towards the net. Wide of the net. Around behind it goes. Vanderweel fell as he tried to get after it. Ends up on the left side to Win. Over to the right point, Colton. Colton slides it back across. Koash in his skates. back to an empty spot as time ticking down to the power play, and Petrantonio out of the box. Rockers 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Vanderweel in front, sends it across, a bouncing puck sitting there right in front, dug out by the River Dragons, and now McDonald the other way. Here's McDonald on the left side, poked off his stick by Milam. McDonald back to center with it. River Dragons trying to change it up here after that penalty kill. Milam ends up with it, feeding it back the other way. Svintsov in over the line, feeding it deep. Conway chasing behind the net. Slahetka holding him up. Doe back up the near side to Slahetka. And now 2-on-1. Here come the River Dragons right side. Petrantonio to McDonald in with a shot, and just off the cuff of the mitt, Gonzalez makes the save, and the puck goes out of play. Boy, McDonald in tight. Got a great shot off despite having a defender draped on him. But Gonzalez equals him with the save. Petrantonio, Doe, and Jemayev out there with Slahetka and Duncan. Petrantonio is clearly just absolutely frustrated right now with the way things are going for this River Dragons team. I don't blame him. 3-0 Motor City in the lead here. Coash is going to be tossed out of the draw. Conway steps in, draw one back to the left point. Slahetka through traffic, missed the net. High glove side. Svintsov run into, puck out to center. Duncan will chase it back to the Columbus end. Slahetka on the left side with a cross-ice feed, tipped down by Petrantonio. Sent right back off the glass and bounced out to center. Duncan on it there. He'll get it ahead to Jemayev. Jemayev chips it to himself on the right side. Here's Alexander Jemayev driving in on the backhand, feeds it across for Doe, and he was stopped by the right pad of Gonzalez. Ended up going into the post with Milam riding him in. And now Petrantonio pushing on the far side. It's Conway just laughing at him as he skates away. Well, right now, Motor City knows they're under the River Dragons' skin, and they're enjoying it. After they got beat 8-0 last night, they're in the lead 3-0 here tonight. And just digging away. Columbus has to keep its composure. And I know it's difficult right now. This is an angry River Dragons team, but channeling it the wrong way. They need to keep the offense pointed towards that Motor City net. One goes in, the dam could break, but they've got to get the first one. 8:17 into the second period. It's 3-0 Motor City, but Columbus here unable to keep that draw in. Puck at center, Gill back after it. Andrioli with a heavy hit there on Gulo. Puck came back to Andrioli. He'll slide it along the line. Bersani is onside as he pitchforks in on the backhand. And maybe the hitting picks up a little bit here now. Puck chipped up, and it does stay in play. Came down off the glass. River Dragons try to regroup quickly to get it to center. Andrioli turning on it there. One hands it across to Shinkarik. Pass up, looking for Bersani. Deflected away and out to center. If you're just joining us, Kyle Moore ejected at the end of the first period for an inappropriate gesture. And so the River Dragons down a forward here. As Gill works his way around. Now up the right side. It comes back to Gill. Punch right back to him from center. And now here comes a chance. Shinkarik into the right wing. Tried to dance around a defender. Delaney just knocked it away to the corner. Delaney ends up with it back at center. He'll step in on the left side, poked away, but then there's a shot by Wynn. Block. Oh boy, Bersani took that one up high. He's trying to shake it off, but that one got him pretty good. And a penalty coming up here. Oh boy, Hunter Bersani. Slashing will be the call. River Dragons are going to be shorthanded here. Andrioli into the box, and I hope Hunter Bersani's all right. I know he's a tough customer. .9:38, time of the penalty. Andrioli into the Abercrombie Bonding penalty box. See if the River Dragons can get him out here. Second power play of the night for the Rockers, 0 for 1. Motor City with a 3-0 lead. Draw one back. Underwood will fire it around the glass, and that one, I think it went into the netting, they say, so the face-off will stay inside the Columbus end. Face off to the left of Lavalier. River Dragons win it back again, but Svensov steps in. Fed it back towards the point. Jamea pressuring, and now a chance to clear. Bockwell gets it down the ice. Koash looping back behind his own net. Will chip a pass onto the right side. Rockers trying to attack through center. Vanderwill pushing it on into the corner. Centering feed, and a great save on the doorstep by Lavalier coming to his right. Puck fed up top. Chance over to the right wing now. Conway looking in front. Another save by Lavalier as that one somehow got through traffic, and now it's cleared down. Both teams change things up here. 1:03 and counting left to go on the power play. 9:22 and rolling in this second period. 3-0. Motor City in the lead. Puck goes in behind the River Dragons net as the hitting picks up here. Doe trying to clear it along, looking for a little bit of help. Slahetka able to force that one out. Now Wynn to Delaney and over the line. Delaney trying to cut into the slot, bumped off by Slahetka. Duncan battling the puck into the corner over there. Doe up the wall, can't get it out. Fed up top, Colton with a shot. Traffic in front, pad save, rebound, they score. Delaney with a one-timer for the power play goal. It's 4-0 Motor City. Delaney's got his second of the night. Lavalier made the first save, but the rebound off the right pad went right to Delaney, who one-times it. River Dragons call a timeout. Well, you don't get to take them home with you, so you might as well call the timeout. You've got a little less than half a hockey game to go here, and Columbus has certainly shown that they are able to put pucks in the net. But right now, the River Dragons, this is mental. This is all mental right now for Columbus. They've got to reset. They've got to focus and take the energy back in the right direction. I know they're frustrated. I know they're aggravated. This team has not lost in 2024. You get used to winning. And when things don't go your way, it can be frustrating when they've been going your way for so long. However, right now, that all goes out the window. Motor City came out prepared tonight. They've jumped on the River Dragons. But Columbus, championship teams figure out these ways. And yeah, everybody lays an egg every once in a while. Motor City did it last night, but they're a different hockey team tonight. So now let's see, what is the response from Columbus? 5-on-5. Wickline has now been elevated with McDonald and Hunter. And McDonald pushes the puck ahead right away, gets it over to Hunter. In with a shot and a save Gonzalez. And that's going to get us to a break with 8:37 to go here in the second. 4-0 your score. Motor City in the lead. Second period brought to you by Wow Internet. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
With Wow, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps, all for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
Get upfront surprise free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle at your neighborhood Tim's.
Back here in the second period. Motor City with a 4-0 lead. Tonight's second period presented by WOW Internet. Proud to sponsor the Columbus River Dragons this season. Team up with WOW for fast home internet for $30 per month. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons! Face off coming down to the right of the Rockers net. Ricardo Gonzalez has been doing a pretty good job here tonight for the Rockers. Stopped everything they've thrown at him so far. McDonald winning the drawback, but between the D and out of the zone. And again, if you're just joining us, as the puck bounced in on Gonzalez in a hold, Kyle Moore booted out of the game after the first period for an inappropriate gesture. So now it's Cody Wickline on the wing here with McDonald and Hunter. Gill and Shikarik. McDonald winning it back, and this time a little more calmly. Gill with a shot in, wide of the net, tipped on the way through. McDonald centers. Here's a chance in the slot, and Wickline lost it. Hunter to the left point to Gill. Gill will send it around the rim. On to the far side, Hunter waiting in the corner. To Wickline on the cycle. Wickline feeds up to the right point. Shinkarik quickly over to Gill. Gill sends it down low off the wall and almost pinballed right in front, taken away by the Motor City D. And the puck still not out of the zone. Hunter in the slot, a backhand blocked. Koash the other way, and now Svintsev coming up the right side, leaving it up for Koash. Back to Svintsev, cutting in front of the backhand, lost the puck. Svintsev out the near side, centering attempt, and now it's taken the other way by McDonald. Justin McDonald through center, chips it into the right wing corner. Wickline around after it. Here's a shot by Shinkarik, save made. McDonald battling for the rebound. McDonald up top. Shinkarik over to Gill. Gill doesn't shoot. Feeds it near side to Hunter. Walks it in. Hunter in front off the goal post. Oh, he had the goalie beat on the backhand. Hit the iron. And now Shinkarik steps out over the line and the play goes offside. Boy, that is the closest the River Dragons have come. But still unable to find a way to dent the scoreboard here and take a bite out of that donut. 4-0 Motor City, 7:18 to go in the second. Storjahan will swing the puck in from center as it's chased back down by Colton around behind the net. He'll ramp it around to the near side. Centering for Andrioli, knocked away before it got through. Up for Blockwell, and now the other way, here's Delaney. He's got two in the game. Delaney on the right side. Tied up in the corner, rolls behind the net. Blockwell on the near side, Delaney over after it. Bersani on the near side. Good to see Hunter Bersani back out there. Boy, he was struggling a little bit last time we saw him on the ice, but just absolutely a tough customer. Bersani back out there. There's a chance that is sent wide in front of the River Dragons net. Somebody's without a stick here. That was Underwood who lost his twig. Bersani picked it up. And now Bersani over to plate in the far side. Turns out they're both right-handed shots, so that works out. Underwood over behind the net with it. And he'll backhand it along. And here comes Andrioli moving ahead with Bersani. Chopped off his stick into the corner. And a penalty coming up against Motor City. As Andrioli had his skates removed. I'm not entirely sure that's a penalty if Motor City didn't already have two penalties, but it is. And so the River Dragons are going to head on to the Loft power play for the first time in this game. The Loft has live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub. Their 2-for-1 deal on cover. And right now it is into the box for Motor City. Colton going in. Time of the penalty, 13:44. River Dragons power play this year, 26.6%, third. The kill, 83.8. That's now second for Motor City. Let's see if Columbus can get something done here. Chance in front. McDonald, a shot. Blocked. Rebound on the far side. Milam on the backhand, and he floats it down the ice. Here's the other thing with Moore out of the game. He's normally on this first power play unit. So it's Wickline now on the first power play unit in his place, and now they call that icing against the River Dragons on that zone entry. I did not think that was going to be an icing call. All right. 1:36 to go on the power play. 5:52 to go here in the second. 4-0. Motor City in the lead. Sneath in for the draw here, and Storjahan able to win it away from him. Storjahan will leave it off on the wing for McDonald. Justin McDonald brings it ahead to the stripe at center. Right side dump. Storjahan in after it. Puck pushed behind the net, off the boards and out. Lavalier will play it to Petrantonio. He'll curl back. Petrantonio through center. In over the line. Petrantonio to the right side. Had it knocked off his stick, and once again, Motor City clears. But the River Dragons are just trying to do a little too much individually right now. Shinkarik carrying it ahead, under a minute to go on the man advantage. Here's Shinkarik in on the right wing side, looping into the right corner. Fan on a pass, has to send it behind the net. McDonald stays out there. Ends up on the right side. Up top, Wickline to the right point. Slahetka at the left. Slahetka onto the left side. Shinkarik. Here's a chance over. One-time McDonald and a rolling puck. He forced it wide. Shinkarik up top. Wickline leaving it left side for Slahetka. Into the slot. A shot. Score! Cody Wickline! Finally, the River Dragons break through. It's a power play goal for Wickline with 4:36 to go in the second. That was an absolutely critical power play goal. .24 time of the marker, and for Wickline, that is his 16th goal of the season. You know, Wickline can be a streaky scorer, and when he gets going, he gets going. He had one last night. Now he's got another one here tonight, so here's to hoping he heats up. Hunter is now out there with Jemaeff and Andrioli. A bit of a mishmash here after the power play for this line, but who knows? Maybe find a little lightning in the bottle. Back to 5-on-5 we go. Columbus has finally broken through. There's still plenty of hockey to play here, but the River Dragons just got to stick to the process. They can score goals. That's not the question. Now they push in. Here's Andrioli on the right side. Andrioli trying to walk it in front. Hunter was knocked down. Puck around to the near wing. Now Andrioli is tied up, and another penalty coming up against Motor City. We're getting a little cavalier here about the way they're playing the game defensively. We'll tell you about it when we come back. 4:01 to go in the second period. Motor City with a 4-1 lead, but the River Dragons right back on the loft power play. When we return, this is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps, all for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow. Here he comes, boys. Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo. Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
Rotondi into the box for holding as we come back here. 4:01 left to go in the second period. 4-1. River Dragons are currently trailing the Motor City Rockers. Tonight's second period presented by WOW Internet. Proud to sponsor the Columbus River Dragons this season. Team up with WOW for fast home internet for $30 per month. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons! So Columbus scoring on that last power play to finally get on the board. Wickline from Storjahan. But that's got to be the turning point for Columbus. They've got to very, very quickly get stuff together here. And good first step. I have discovered over the years that you can only score one goal at a time in hockey. But another power play effort here. And it'll be Storjahan, Wickline, Petrantonio, McDonald, and Doe out there. Face off to the right of Gonzalez, who's played very well for Motor City. And the face off, tied up on the dot, and back to the left point, McDonald, who will go down the wall, feed it across. Doe tried to feed it in front, kind of leaked off his stick, and that leads to a clear. Here's Storjahan, racing ahead with it. In over the line. Storjahan stops, top of the far circle, flips it up top. Doe. Slot over. One time, McDonald scores! Justin McDonald with a one-time rocket from the far dot. Another power play goal, and it's 4-2. And Justin McDonald, the scoring streak is now 27 games with a point. Oh my. River Dragons 2 for 2 on the power play. And now things look a little different. It's 4-2. Austin Doe just put it on a platter for the one-timer from McDonald. River Dragons look to push back into the right side. Here they come, 5-on-5. Shinkarik leading it, slides it right across the goal mouth out the other side. And now the River Dragons trying to get a little bit of a change on here. But boy, the momentum coming back thanks to that power play. Andrioli up at center, battling his way through here. Backhands it in. Bersani up on the forecheck. If you're Columbus, you have to stick to the process. You have to keep grinding. You have to keep pushing. A lot of talent. And again, problem's not scoring goals. Andrioli in the slot. His shot, wristed just wide. Bersani, side of the goal, battling, and he wins that battle to get it back. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Puck at the right point. Shinkarik in front, and just missing on the tip, Andrioli. Puck to the left point. Columbus keeps it in. Gill in with a shot off a shin. Rebound right in front, and it's in behind the goaltender, Gonzalez. Oh my goodness, he covers. Gonzalez was down. It ricocheted off the dasher and right between his skates. Fortunate there for Gonzalez that the puck did not bounce in off of him, but instead stayed under him. But now you can feel the momentum back on the River Dragons side. Wickline, McDonald, Hunter out there, along with Slahetka and Duncan. McDonald wins that draw back. Hunter a shot right in on goal, and that'll be covered and held by Gonzalez. Now it's about to get interesting. I mean, it is interesting now. Let's not kid ourselves. If you're Motor City and a Rockers fan, you might take a big gulp of air right now. Milam able to chip that one out to center. Duncan on it. Gets it back across quickly in. Wickline on the left side looking into the slot. Feeds it. McDonald heeled a one-time wide. Milam coughed it up, though, to McDonald. Up top, he flings it on net. Deflected away in front. Slahetka down for the left point. Centering feed goes across to the far side. McDonald scoops it up off the wall. McDonald, backdoor. Slahetka shot knocked down by the glove of Gonzalez. I'm not sure he saw it. McDonald in the high slot, carrying to his right. Justin McDonald, wrist shot, save made, rebound, McDonald on it, and it's cleared out. Justin McDonald is really trying to put this game on his back right now, calling for the puck. Pass fanned on. Slaheka had to knock it away. Here's Gulo on the right side. Duncan with a heavy hit in the corner. Puck around to the near wing. And now it comes back to Duncan. Duncan will loft one down the ice for McDonald. Try to knock it out of the air, but instead it comes back down. And flipped ahead to center. Here's Conway the other way. It's opening up a little bit here. I don't know if that's what Columbus wants, but right now that's where we're at. Svintov into the right side, taken away from him. And now back for Columbus, but Colton got to the puck first. Back on the left side, Rotondi will dump it in. Hits Slahetka, doesn't get deep. Slahetka back up the right side, that hit the linesman. Stays inside the zone. And Columbus ends up with the puck. Here's Duncan on the left side with a minute to go in the period. Right wing corner, throws it up for Petrantonio. Played away from him, and now Petrantonio is going to get a penalty as he ran into Rotondi from behind. That's going to be a boarding call. Petrantonio even gave him a little tap. Said, hey man, sorry about that. Rotondi doesn't want to hear it. Petrantonio trying to be physical out there, and instead he puts the team down by a man with 43.9 to go here in period number 2. Now the discussion right now is 2, 4, or 5 on this boarding call. There's no time up there yet. Could be charging too. .16 time of the penalty. They call 2. Well, that's lucky. So Josh Petrantonio into the Abercrombie Bonding penalty box. Only 2 minutes, 43.9 seconds to go in the second period. I think if you're a River Dragons fan, you have to be thankful it's only 2 minutes. Motor City 1 for 2 in the power play here. Face off back to the right of the River Dragons net, but it's cleared right over to Austin Doe, and he'll just send it on down the ice. Columbus aggressive on the forecheck. Jamaev all the way behind the net. Motor City back the other way. They'll push in on the left wingers. Win into the slot. Delaney moving it over, but it ends up drifting up top. Giuliano sending it left point. Colton onto the left wing. Delaney up to the left point himself, turning in space, feeding it onto the left side. And an attempt at centering. That one hit Bockwell. Goes back around to the far side. 9 seconds to go in the period. Delaney on the far side. Doesn't really seem like he's in a hurry to do anything. I don't know if he's aware of the clock. 2 seconds, 1 cleared out. That's it. Period over. That was not good puck management at the end of that period, especially on the power play. Delaney just kind of rolled himself into no man's land in the left side corner and took himself out of the play and the possibility of making a play. 1:17 to go, and the penalty against Josh Petrantonio here after 40 minutes of play. Columbus is down 4-2, but it's a different hockey game now. River Dragons scored twice on the power play. Now, again, they have to get through a bit of a kill to start the third, and that unto itself could be a bit of a dangerous area. But for Columbus, the good news is they got a couple back. Both came on the power play, and the River Dragons absolutely grabbed the momentum back in this hockey game in doing so. And at this point, Columbus in the locker room. And I like the timeout by Jerome Bichard when he called it after that fourth goal, settled his team down. They moved in, got a chance on goal. Then there was an immediate timeout. So, you know, things changing there. Now we have a little bit of, before the team's going off the ice here, the referees visiting both benches. Motor City with several players still out there. And I'm sure there's quite a bit of chatting going on. But we are into the intermission now, the second period intermission report, which is brought to you by Shred Away. We're going to wrap up the scoring for you. There is plenty to talk about, absolutely. And we are also going to have a pretty long Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard here tonight, so no mailbox tonight. And I'll tell you what, I know fans have been asking about it. We're going to do a mailbag tomorrow. So I promise we will do a Sunday afternoon mailbag. These two teams, they have another game to play. Is there going to be any pieces left to pick up after this one tonight? It's 4-2, Motor City in the lead, River Dragons rallying. It's going to be an interesting final 20 minutes. This should be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. You didn't think they were all going to be easy, did you, River Dragons fan? No, that's not how it works. We'll take a break and come back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle with a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Dum-dum-dum. Get low, get low, get low. 369, ooh, she fine. Hoping she can sing it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low. Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Back here in the second period intermission report, brought to you by Shredaway. Tom Callahan here with you. And, boy, I tell you what, River Dragons fans, 20 minutes left in this one, and it's definitely not over. And there's a lot of things going on. It's a 4-2 Motor City lead, and for the River Dragons, at one point down 4-0 in this game, to get 2 back is big. But the River Dragons... And again, I've been saying it all night. Scoring goals has never been the problem for Columbus. This is a high-flying offensive team. They're capable of putting pucks in the net. They scored 8 last night against the same Motor City team, against their number 1 goaltender. But tonight, first of all, credit Motor City, because Motor City came out ready to play. And they really jumped all over the River Dragons and had a very good start to the hockey game. They were up 2-0 after the first, and then it became 4-0. And that's credit to Motor City. Much better effort tonight, much more awake. They just laid an egg last night. It happens. The River Dragons didn't handle it great in the first half of the game. And then after they were down 4-0, Coach Bishart calls a timeout. Not sure what words were said down there on the bench. But for the River Dragons, it is far more a matter of sticking to the process. Columbus needs to stick to its process of how it goes about the business of scoring goals, because they can do it. They can score in bunches. And I think we saw a little bit of players trying to do too much by themselves at a lot of points there in the early going. And certainly there's so much talent there. A lot of these guys do want to do it themselves. They want to go through 5 guys and score that amazing, crazy goal. And a lot of them are capable of it, quite frankly. But that's not how the River Dragons have won their hockey games this year. That's not been the process. And what Columbus needs to keep in mind right now is that that's exactly what they do need to accomplish here in period number 3 is, okay, you got 2 back, and they're both on the power play. But you got those 2 back. Now you need to just continue to plug. 2 in a period is not anything they haven't done before. They've scored 6 in a period. But the River Dragons, again, they have to stay patient, which is tough when you're angry, when you're frustrated. They have to stick within the game plan, which, again, I know is difficult. But the frustration is there. And, again, for a team that is extremely accustomed to winning 16 in a row, you're going to encounter some rough seas. So for the River Dragons, that's what they need to do. They need to just continue to play River Dragons hockey. Let's recap the scoring here for that first period. 2:45 in. Sneath scores his 10th from Gulo and Fields. And an even strength marker there made it 3-0 early on in the period, as the Rockers couldn't have written a better script. Come out, score a goal early, continue to put the pressure on the River Dragons. That's exactly what they needed to do. And then at 11:16, a power play goal. Delaney is second of the night, 19th of the year from Sneath and Giuliano. And good right pad save on the initial shot coming in there from Giuliano. And Lavalier, the downside is, I mean, he kicked it out off the right pad right to the far dot where Delaney was waiting, and he just one-timed it past him. Nothing he's going to do on that rebound. In it goes, and it's 4-0. So that's when the timeout hits. And that's when Jerome Bishart gathers the troops, says, all right, let's bring it in, and let's bring it down. River Dragons come right back out, scoring chance. They go to a media timeout. They come back out. The momentum changes. They get a couple of power plays. They score on both. Cody Wickline, 15-24, time of the power play goal from Alex Storjahan. And then 16-27, Justin McDonald with an absolute rocket of a one-timer for the far dot. Austin Doe with the primary assist. Cody Wickline picks up his second point of the night. And the River Dragons 2 for 2 with a man advantage now. And within striking distance of 4-2. Now Josh Petrantonio takes a boarding penalty late in the second period, and he will be sitting when we come back another minute 16 seconds or a minute 14 seconds or so into the third. The River Dragons have to get through that portion of the kill, and then they really have to be patient and mind their P's and Q's. There haven't been a ton of penalties called in the 2 games, but Columbus's power play is clicking right now. It looks pretty good. And Justin McDonald is out there trying to dominate, but Petrantonio, Wickline, Jamaev, Doe, they're all trying to go out there and dominate. And it's a team game. They need to stick to that formula, because when they do, they produce. There's so much talent in this Columbus squad. And again, they have the time to be able to do it. So shots in the period, 10-10. River Dragons now 2 for 2 in the power play. And the Rockers at 1 for 3. Before we get to the break, let's take a pause, 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 Fort Moore, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
And now we will indeed step aside for a break here in the second period intermission report, brought to you by Shredaway. 4-2 Motor City leads after 2 periods of play. Up next, Selmo zipping out of town scoreboard. Stay tuned. This is River Dragons Hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Ice Spice?
Wait, who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm with Starry now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable. But I love you. Please.
Aw, buddy, it'll be okay. Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
My dog, Georgette, was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Don't miss your chance to win at Victoryland Casino. We're open 24/7, so come on in for nonstop gaming action. You'll find the latest, hottest, most exciting games around, and you'll love the fun bonuses and big jackpots. Plus, you can watch and wager on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. Your best bet for big wins is just minutes away at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22 in Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Back here on River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you, and we are 40 minutes into it. Second period intermission report is brought to you by Shredaway. Quickly, we need to get to our out-of-town scoreboard here because we, quite frankly, don't have a heck of a lot of time. So we're going to run through and we're going to hold the college basketball scores until later. In the FPHL tonight, in the Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard, 40 minutes into it, Danbury Hat-Tricks with a 7-4 lead over the Elmira River Sharks as they have come roaring back. Carolina's got a 6-0 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves. That is now after 2 periods of play as the Carolina Thunderbirds really a determined weekend out of them. Watertown 1-0 up on Binghamton after the first period of play. And the Baton Rouge Zydeco 3-0 leading early on in the second period against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. In the NHL, meanwhile, several finals from earlier today. Red Wings 6-1 over the Blues. Devils 4, Canadians 3. Lightning 4-2 over the Islanders. Rangers 2-1 over the Flyers. Into the third, Capitals Panthers are tied at 1. After one, Avalanche lead the Leafs 2-1. Golden Knights with a 1-0 lead over the Senators at the first intermission. Bruins and Canucks are scoreless after 1. 8 o'clock, you got Stars at Hurricanes. 10 o'clock, Flames at Oilers. Wild at Kraken. Preds at Sharks. 10:30, the Ducks are at the Kings. That's the end of our Shredaway second period intermission report. 4-2, Motor City in the lead. We'll come back with third period action in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's, Zelmo's, Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's, Zelmo's, Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Here he comes, boys. Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from?
I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
To your score, the Motor City Rockers leading your Columbus River Dragons. Columbus on a 16-game Tim Hortons win streak. And do they have it in them to come back, make it 17 in a row? Number one, the answer is yes, they do have it in them. But they have some work to do. Josh Petrantonio back into the penalty box to start period number 3. River Dragons on the kill here. A little over a minute to go in this Motor City power play. Andrioli, Bersani, Blockwell, Underwood will start it off for the River Dragons. As Columbus going left to right in front of our broadcast location here. Big Boy Arena at Priority Waste Ice. Face-off coming up at center here. Koash across from Bersani. And it's won back by the River Dragons. Andrioli will pound it down the ice. And we are underway here in the third. And now Bersani quickly up on the forecheck. Tied up on the wall by Milam, but helping to eat that puck along the wall. Bersani made sure that it took 3 Rockers to get that puck out of there. And then they just turn it over at center. And Blockwell bounces it right back down the ice. 53 seconds to go on the man advantage here for the Motor City Rockers. There's a big hit on the near wall by Bersani as he jars the puck loose. And now the Rockers trying to step in and set up here. Struggling up top. Svintsov lost it out to center. Pushed ahead, and now Jamaev up one-on-one on the left side. In with a shot from the wing and off the shoulder of the goaltender, Gonzalez. River Dragons come out pushing here on the kill. Andrioli will flip it down. Gonzalez will steer it aside. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Motor City moving in ahead. Here's Colton up the right wing side. Rockers in over the line with a feed into the slot. Shinkarik took it away and gets it out. Doe out there with McDonald right now. Or pardon me, that's Jamaev actually. Still out there towards the end of this penalty killing shift as Petrantonio out of the box. River Dragons have killed it off. Rockers try to push in, a pass in front. Gill knocks that one away behind the net. Onto the far side it goes. Doe on it. He'll slow it down a little bit here. Get it back to the D. Now the lead up the left side. Here's Doe up with Petrantonio 2-on-2. Doe walks in. Wrist shot and fought off. Rebound up top. Shinkarik golfed it wide at a rolling puck. Shinkarik up top with it. Leaving it off to Gill. Gill pokes it towards the side of the net. Into the slot and the feed too far for McDonald. Goes back the other way. Rockers attack up the right side. There's a shot in. Lavalier handles it away with the blocker, and now it's sent down the air, or down the ice rather, and that'll be an icing call. Looks like Petrantonio will get stuck out there. They won't let Wickline come out. Hunter and McDonald did make it out on the change. Gill, Shinkarik, Petrantonio remain. Tonight's third period is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Face off to the left of Lavalier. Koash against McDonald. And McDonald able to win it back into the corner, but there was nobody there for it. Svintsov up the wall with it, but taken away by Hunter. Hunter onto the right side, and, well, it just banked itself back to him as Petrantonio was getting off the ice. Shot in on goal. Gonzalez a glove save, and he'll hang on. That kind of worked out. Used the boards as the guy instead of the guy. Petrantonio getting off there. Wickline hops on. 2:15 into the third. 4-2. Motor City in the lead for the River Dragons. Trying to funnel it all back the other way. McDonald in for the draw. Linesman gets between him and Vanderweel before dropping the puck. They tie up over it, and we're going to do it again. McDonald in between Hunter and Wickline. Again, if you're just joining us, Kyle Moore ejected from the game at the end of the first period. And so Wickline has settled onto this unit. Played around to the far side as Motor City wins that faceoff. Gets it out to center. Puck chipped out of play. So we're going to drop it just outside that Motor City blue line. The River Dragons will keep the same unit out there. Now Duncan and Slahetka defensively. Face off, one back by Columbus, and here's Duncan after it. He'll fire it up the glass, and the bank goes wide of the net. That's an icing call. McDonald tried to get there, but couldn't quite catch up with it. Chick-fil-A Midland Kissin' 99.3 Family 4-pack includes 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorn, 4 Pepsi products, and 4 coupons for Chick-fil-A, and over $100 value for just $40. Take advantage of this great deal brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland, Kissin' 99.3, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Brewster's Ice Cream, and the Columbus Civic Center. The upcoming Family 4-pack dates, March 16th, Faith and Family Night, April 13th, Fan Appreciation Night. Those are available only through the River Dragons office. Wickline up the left side, moving the puck ahead, in over the line. McDonald, a wrist shot, and that one floated high on him. Not sure if it went off the mitt of Gonzalez or not. Delaney blocks a pass intended down the left side. Giuliano gets the puck to center, just lobs it back in. It bounces all the way in on goal. Lavalier plays it aside for Duncan. You can reach a River Dragons office for those Family 4-packs by calling 706-507-4625. That's 507-4625. Storjahan in on the left side, and a shoulder save there, and a high shot by Gonzalez, who fought it off. Rebound clear to the line, but not out. Rister, that one wide. Maybe looking for a tip from Bockwell there. Right side, Andrioli into the corner. Storjahan over there with him. Slahetka quickly over to Bockwell. And on goal, that one is sticked aside. Rebound up the right wing wall. Here's Bersani buzzing behind the net out the far side, around to the left point again. Bockwell, his chance in front of bouncer. Andrioli almost turned it on goal. Now Andrioli curling in the slot all the way up top inside the blue line. Andrioli leaves it around to Underwood at the right point. His shot in on goal. Blocker save, rebound in front. They battle away. Puck still free, and now Gonzalez able to cover. Oh boy, the River Dragons are buzzing. 4 minutes into the third. This feels more like River Dragons hockey. Jemayev, Petrantonio, and Doe out there. Draw one quickly back to the left point. Bockwell on it. Petrantonio in front, and a left pad save. Gonzalez. Good traffic in front of the net. Gonzalez has done a real nice job picking up pucks through traffic tonight. Puck bouncing down at center. Underwood, left side, Doe. Back to Underwood, over to Bockwell. Bockwell on the right side, cross ice feed, now in steps Doe. Jemayeff going to the net. Doe into the left side corner, leaves it for Jemayeff. Centering feed goes up to the right point. Underwood with a shot, and that one is blocked away. A rebound around to the left point. Bockwell holding it in. Jemayeff will swing it down to the left side corner. Petrantonio up the wall on the cycle to the right point. Underwood steps down, feeds it wide. Around it goes Petrantonio to the left point to Bockwell. Doe knocked down behind the play. No call coming there. Puck in front, tipped by Jemayeff just over top of the net. Now it's cleared out over the head of Bockwell. And it goes back into the River Dragon zone. Columbus is starting to change here. Svintov has to take it back out to center. Vanderweel pushing in on the right side. Has Fields with him, but he's pinned up on the wall. Can't get it through. Underwood protecting the puck with his skates. Jemayeff a little flip. Turned over in the slot. Here's a chance. Giuliano in. Puck over to the far side. Put off the outside of the net by Delaney. And now we get a whistle. As the net, I don't know if that came off behind Lavalier and that was the reason for the whistle or not. But it gets us to a break. 5:14 gone here in the third. 4-2 Motor City in the lead. We'll come back with more in just a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability, so for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business.
Back here in the third period, 4-2, Motor City in the lead. 5 minutes, 14 seconds into this third. Don't forget to save big at River City Swing Sets, your local Gorilla Playsets authorized showroom, offering lifetime warranty swing sets and basketball goals, swings, slides, and more. Check out rivercityswingsets.com for the full lineup. Get your big save at River City Swing Sets with free installation on any swing set purchased by saying, "Go River Dragons." Draw to the right of the River Dragons goal. Motor City with a chance. Here's Delaney with a shot, and that one off the outside of the goal post on the stick side of Lavalier. Now the puck at center. Storjahan lost it. Underwood trying to push it ahead. Hunter back to help out as Giuliano walks it over the line. Hunter knocked it out of the air, trying to pop it to himself in the left wing. Kept in by Vanderweel. Vanderweel walking in front to his left, puck over and a shot. Save! What a stop on the doorstep by Lavalier. Oh man, quick reaction with the blocker. Knocks it down and holds on to the rebound. That is absolutely his best save of the night at an incredibly critical juncture of this hockey game. Face-off will be to the left of the Columbus net. Here's McDonald in across from Gulo, and it's one back. Shinkarik up the right side. Hunter tied up, gets it in over the line, continues to battle down the wing. And the puck pushed into the corner. And there's a quick shot on goal. Gonzalez makes the save as Shinkarik down that right side wall, let it go. Face-off will be to the left of the Rockers' goal. Not quite 6 minutes into the third period. 4-2 your score. Rockers in the lead. McDonald in there for the face-off. It's one back. Colton will swing it around to the far side. Rockers out through center. Gill backing up. Has some time. Ryan Gill on the reset to the right side to Shinkarik. Shinkarik will back all the way behind his own net. Columbus will reset the breakout. Shinkarik moving it ahead. Gill on the right side. Gill pressured at center. Chips it ahead looking for Wickline. Rockers turn it back the other way. Shinkarik will dump it in. Wickline must clear the zone. Columbus will go for the change. Rockers are putting 3 men straight across the red line here. Kind of trapping it up in the neutral zone. Trying to force the River Dragons to walk it in around them. Speaking of which, the Rockers back into the Columbus end right now with a shot that goes off the outside of the net. Here's Shinkarik trying to break the other way. Shinkarik racing ahead. Astorjahan with him into the slot area. Runs into him. Puck drifts in on Gonzalez, and he ends up holding on. That is the one thing about the Rockers trying to kind of trap across the red line there. It's that the River Dragons have players who really can carry the puck, both up front and on the blue line. It does make it more difficult to set up a trap in that case, but it can still be done. Here's Bersani in for the face-off here to the left of that Rockers goal. Quickly to Storjahan with a shot on net. Gonzalez is save, and he holds on. Takes that in the right shoulder and pins it against the chest. Bersani again in for the face-off as the draw went back to the points. Laheka had to hurry the shot. It pinballs off a shin and out. Left side, here's Gulo moving in, looking in for a shot. He missed on the glove side. Around it goes. Towards the line, not out. Duncan knocked down by Gulo at the front of the net. Duncan runs into him in the corner. The battle moves up the wall. Puck stays in momentarily on the left side. A backhand feed to the front of the net is stopped and held by Lavalier. Face-off will be to his right. And now we still get some shot. And now we're going to get a penalty. Duncan's going to go to the box. He's going to get 10. Brody Duncan just picked up a 10-minute misconduct. So he will not be back until there's 2 minutes, 43 seconds and a whistle. Again, kind of continuing back to the frustration, although I will say the River Dragons have felt a little better since they got the 2 power play goals, but now they're going to be down to 5 defensemen for the next 10 minutes. Although they had 5D last night in the absence of Carter Shinkarik, who was serving a 1-game suspension. Well, they have 2 minutes up there on the board. They might have given them 2 and 10. So Ryan Hunter's got to go over to serve this. All right, I'm a little surprised by that because I thought the linesman was indicating just 10. So the Rockers to the power play, and Hunter and Duncan both have a seat in that Abercrombie bonding penalty box. Rockers have 1 power play goal to their credit, and this is a massive kill for the River Dragons. Puck around to the far side, Bockwell over there. Underwood trying to chase it down. Svintsev on the left side, feeding it up to the left point. Conway keeping it in. Puck goes up top. Milam doesn't shoot, feeds it to the far dot. There's a chance in front. Big save. Rebound sitting in the slot is cleared out by Petrantonio. Lavalier made the save, and he didn't even have his goal stick on him. Another big stop right there. Seeing his best stuff here in the third period. Here's Vanderweel in on the left side. Try to walk it in. He goes around to the far side. Vanderweel out the right wing with it. Knocked away. Conway into the right side corner. He'll play it up the boards. Ends up with the point. Swung over quickly left side. Milam lets it go. Ripped it wide. Around to the right point. Kept in by Koash. Conway. Vanderweel on the right half wall. Conway. Vanderweel. Tries to walk in front. Cross-ice feed. Cut off by Doe and fired down. Gonzalez quickly out to play it. However, Motor City changing up its power play unit. 43 seconds to go with the man advantage. 4-2 Motor City leads. 8:40 gone here in the third. Puck around to the far side, down for the right point. It's set up top now, and to the left point, Giuliano. Giuliano back up top with it, Sneath. On to the right wing, Colton with a wrister, missed the net. Around it comes, held in by Giuliano, and it's intercepted, sent down by Columbus. Ryan Hunter up on his skates, ready to get out of that Abercrombie Bonding penalty box, serving the 2 portion of the 2 and 10, handed out to Duncan. Giuliano steps in on the left wing, puck bounces off the back of the net. Slahetka around the glass, out it goes. That's it, River Dragons have killed it off. Colton playing it away. Down the ice, they say no icing. Lavaliere's going to come out, paddle it around to the far side. And now a chance down low, and they score. Gulo with the goal on what clearly should have been an icing call. And then the puck turned over in the corner. It's 5-2, Motor City. That's twice tonight that Motor City has capitalized on, shall we say, fortunate bounces and breaks. Gulo's 5th of the season. Duncan is still talking to the referee over at the box. I will say whatever Brody Duncan is saying is probably not going to help anybody's case. All right, 5-on-5. It's 5-2 Motor City. And Columbus will tip it in from center. They've got half a period to find 3. Puck to the right point. Bockwell will rifle one up over top of the net. That one was on edge when he shot it. And now Motor City trying to dig it out. And they will. Conway flips it into the right side corner. Underwood after it. Quick line behind the net. Now the puck turned over right in front. Koash, a shot. Save made, Lavaliere. Boy, that was a bad turnover in front of the net. Back the other way. Here's Hunter up the right side in with a wrist shot. Tipped out of play by Rotondi as he got back. 9:43 to go in the third. 5-2 Motor City in the lead. We'll take a break and come back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Even though I'm away at college...
9:43 to go in the third period. 5-2 your score. River Dragons in the lead. And Columbus with half a period here, trailing 5-2.
Oh, yeah, right under the S.
Bersani out there to take this face off here and having a discussion with Slahetka and Shinkarik. And Shinkarik talking to Slahetka now. Face off tied up, and there's a quick shot by Storjahan. Oh boy, that one caught Gonzalez up high in the right shoulder. He's able to hang on to it. Bersani talking to Storjahan. And Shinkarik down there in that conversation as well. Bersani back in again for this face-off. And it's spun over to the far side. Slahecka stumbles trying to get over there, and that cost him that second he needed to get to it. It's cleared out. Up the right side of Shinkarik, ahead to Bersani, who's knocked down by Holt. As it's sent back in now. It's the first time we've seen Holt all game. He goes out, and another, boy, that was almost knee on Bersani. Andrioli after Holt. That was very close to a knee on, yeah. These two are going to go at it, or at least they're going to have a serious discussion. Holt reached the leg out and got Bersani. I would have to see that one in slow motion, but to the naked eye and at full speed, it looked like knee on knee. They're going to go 4-on-4. And Holt's going to go to the box, along with Shinkarik. So Holt into the box, Shinkarik into the box. The guy's been stapled to the bench the whole game, and then he goes out, throws a dangerous hit. That was going uncalled. They weren't calling that. He and Shinkarik both pick up roughing. And that's a bad trade for the River Dragons because you lose Shinkarik. Four on four. Let's see if the River Dragons can use the open ice here. Rotondi in behind the net. And Motor City's going to move it ahead. Giuliano up the right side, and it's turned over Storjahan, but he lost the handle on it. It goes back to Rotondi, who will spin away in the far side. Rotondi up the right wing. He'll dump it in. Bouncing puck goes in behind the River Dragons net. Underwood after it. And Columbus trying to break ahead. Petrantonio's looking for a pass. Storjahan skates it ahead. In over the line. Storjahan to the slot. A shot. Save made. Rebound. Bockwell couldn't get to it. And the puck wedged out down the ice. Chased down by Underwood. Petrantonio able to get the puck up to center. Trying to move it ahead to Doe, but ends up back of the Motor City defense. 1 minute to go on the 4-on-4. 8:06 to go here in the third. Back on the right wing side, Motor City in. Puck fed behind the net, ends up on the near side to Slahecka. Turned over in the slot. Here's Vanderweel moving over to the right side. Wrist shot in, stack pad save, and he got it with the glove. Lavalier with a huge stop. Back on the left side comes Jemaev. Jemaev trying to dance his way in. The puck hopped on him, and he lost it. Now back the other way. Here's a feed ahead up the left wing side. Fields. Fields has to go wide to go get the puck. Ends up all the way in the corner. At the left point, Rotondi feeding it across off a skate. River Dragons to center here. Doe has Slahecka up with him. Doe feeds it across. Slahecka, long shot. That was blocked by Rotondi. 4-on-4 comes to a close as Fields back up the right side, trying to take it in over the line into the corner. Bockwell after it. And now the River Dragons trying to push it ahead. Here's Hunter. Hunter up the right side, cutting into the high slot with a bouncing puck. Got it over to Wickline. Wickline curls, sends it across. McDonald, a shot! And the save made. Gonzalez coming to his left. Good stop there by Gonzalez, and he hangs on. 6:44 to go in the third. And Columbus needs to continue to press. Here's McDonald chasing the draw over to the right side into the corner. Justin McDonald pinned up on the wall. Motor City ends up with the puck. Conway back behind his own net. His clearing attempt hit McDonald. McDonald on the right wing side with it. Into the slot it goes, picked off. Conway up top. He'll get it across onto the left wing side. Motor City pushing into the Columbus end. Puck drifts in on goal, and Lavalliere's going to hang on. And now Conway tied up with Hunter in the far side corner as they continue to shove. Linesmen get in there. Underwood and Koash pushing a little bit. There's still a lot of chat here about what they're even going to do with the face-off. They're going to put it outside the zone. Andrioli, Bersani, and Storjahan up front with Gill and Shinkarik on the points. Draws one back, Shinkarik on the right side with it. He's going to skate it ahead. Shinkarik feeding it to Storjahan on the left side, but it's cleared off his sticking out of the zone. Gill will fire it back in. Columbus tags up and moves in. It's a feed ahead at center, turned right back by Bersani, and now Storjahan trying to wheel away with it. Fires it in from center. Around the rim it goes. Onto the left side, Andrioli. Andrioli in behind the net. Wells picks it up after Vanderweel tied him up. Down to the left point, Gill keeps it in. Gill walking in front of the backhand. A shot save made by the left pad of Gonzalez. And now a penalty coming up. And it's going to be against Motor City. River Dragons push back in. Extra man is out there on the power play chance here. Andrioli with a shot off the blocker and in! Delayed penalty pending. Gonzalez waved at it with the blocker, and it deflects in on a long-range shot from Andrioli. I'm not sure if that was tipped in front of the net or not. And it looks like it's Ryan Gill. Gill with a deflection in front of the net. A critical goal with the power play pending. And the River Dragons are not done yet. That is Gill's second of the year. Andrioli will pick up the assist. Oh, buckle your chin strap. Drew Pierce is so flustered he's knocking things over here. Shinkarik ends up with it in the River Dragons. 5.5 minutes here to find two more. Slaheka with the puck at center. They'll fire it in. Ends up behind the net around to the right side. Petrantonio tries to cut it off on the wall. He does. Centers it, comes around to the left point. Shinkarik with his shot tipped in front. Bouncing puck over top of the net. Here's Jamayev on the near side. He'll move it around to the right point. Slaheka over. Shinkarik a one-time. Healed it wide. Side of the net, Doe trying to get to it. Ends up left point. Shinkarik on it again. Shinkarik up to Slaheka. River Dragons look like they're on a power play. Back up top, River Dragons move it quickly. Shinkarik moving across, flips it in, tipped on goal. Gonzalez a save and he holds on. Final media timeout of the period. 4:44 to go in the third. River Dragons need two. They trail 5-3. Back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
4:44 left to go in the Kinetic Credit Union third period. Tom Callahan here with you in Motor City. The Rockers 5-3 leaders over the River Dragons. But Columbus still fighting to the end of this one. It's been a back and forth battle tonight. Face off to the right of the Rockers' goal. McDonald, Wickline, Hunter out there along with Slaheka and Shinkarik. River Dragons are 5-on-5 on that last shift. Looked like they were on the power play the way they were moving it around. The Rockers are clearly back into defensive posture. Let's see if Columbus can take advantage. Wickline on the left side, feeds it up to the left point. Slaheka with a shot. That one is deflected wide, comes around the rim to the near side, and it does come out to center. And now a penalty coming up against Shinkarik as he chopped down one of the Rockers, and he's going to the box for tripping. Oh, that's a tough one. Two for tripping against Shinkarik. 4.5 minutes left to go in this third period. Fifth power play of the night for the Rockers, who were 1 for 4 with a man advantage. Shinkarik into that Abercrombie bonding penalty box. River Dragons will start moving the puck around, and now they'll push up. Here's Andrioli for a shorthanded chance. Carson Andrioli dancing in front with a backhand. Gonzalez the save. Andrioli will try to eat the puck down low. And you know that Columbus is going to push now, shorthanded. They're capable of it. The River Dragons have 6 shorthanded goals on the year. And by the way, the Rockers have given up 6 shorthanded goals on this season. So sometimes they also push a little bit. Puck in the River Dragon zone right now. Curled in behind the net, Bockwell on it. And he'll find a seam and fire it down. It went off Storjahan. And now Gonzalez has to play it away. Colton chopped it away. Storjahan back after the loose puck. It tumbles right in front. Free to Petrantonio. Backhand. Oh, stopped on the goal line. What an incredible stop by Colton, who prevented Petrantonio from scoring a shorthanded goal into an empty net. Colton got it with the shaft of his stick. Otherwise, it's a 5-4 game. Shot in on goal, Lavalier with a save. It was just that close. Oh, my goodness. Back the other way, the Rockers curling up the right side. Power play continues for Motor City. They move in on the wing. Centering attempt tipped away by Slahetka, and Petrantonio sends it down. Unreal. 3 minutes to go in the third. 5-3 Motor City in the lead. Colton turns it over. McDonald behind the net, wraps it in front. A shot save Gonzalez, and he got the whistle. Held on to it long enough. Sometimes better to be lucky than good. The referees are talking about something over there. McDonald shaking his head yes to whatever they're discussing. Now, the other thing to keep an eye on for the River Dragons, depending on how this goes here, is the possibility of Lavalier coming out for the extra man. It certainly won't happen while they're shorthanded. 22 seconds left in this penalty kill for the River Dragons. And now, oh, they award the goal. They award the goal. Justin McDonald was lobbying for it, and they call it a goal. And I'm not sure. McDonald thought that went in, and he was right up there, and maybe he was right. And I wonder if that was on Petrantonio's or not. That might have been the first stoppage since that Petrantonio effort, and I wonder if his argument was the puck crossed the goal line, Colton didn't keep it out. It is going to be a shorthanded goal for the River Dragons. And you can probably hear down to my right, not too far away, the Motor City guys losing their minds. Yep, so that's when it was. They're rewinding the time all the way to 3:35. So 16:25 time to the goal. That is Petrantonio's goal. And by the way, with that goal, that's 350 pro points for Josh Petrantonio. That's his 19th goal of the season, a shorthanded marker for Petrantonio. And I mean, now Motor City is doing a lot of pointing and a lot of gesturing, and I think that's now we got to reset the penalty time. Wow, this hockey game is just crazy. That's wild. And so right now, we're taking a look at the replay here as Sequoia Swan has come up here, and I thought that was okay. So that was it, and Swanee's showing me right now on the phone as he's zooming in, and the puck did cross the goal line. Yeah, so that is Petrantonio's goal. I'll tell you what, I was ready to props to Colton Freeman being there on the goal line and bailing his goaltender out, and that would have been an absolutely improbable situation. But so they're rewinding it. So Petrantonio, the shorthanded marker. What a wild weekend this has been. This has been absolutely crazy. And I'm sure if I handed this headset sitting right next to me to Drew Pierce, he would say on his 29th birthday, indeed. So, yeah, we were looking at the replay there, and Sequoia Swan, who's doing the camera tonight, came over, showed us on the phone, and looking at the replay from our own feed. And I'll tell you what, good camera work, Swanee. Good camera work, because he had it. .5-4 your score. 3:35 to go in the third. 52 seconds reset onto the power play for Motor City. So a shorthanded goal for the River Dragons. That is their 7th shorthanded goal of the season. All right, well, off we go. We have rewound time. The River Dragons start with a draw when and clear it down. And so the River Dragons now, 37 seconds left in this kill. And the Rockers, I'll tell you what, the Rockers still have a 1-goal lead. They lose it at the line, and now here's McDonald the other way. He's going to fire it in wide of the net. Around it comes to the right side. Ryan Hunter looking for it. Hunter into the corner. And now back the other way. Here comes Motor City. In on the right side. Svintov leaving it at the line, and he'll chip it in behind the net. Up the right wing. Here's Underwood. Steps around one, and now Underwood ahead. 2-on-2 up with Jamaeth. Kirk Underwood peels off, waits, looking ahead, trying to thread the puck through. Pass is blocked and wedged out the other way. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way, with Shinkarik onto the box. 2:35 to go in the third. River Dragons are down by 1. It is 5-4 in just, a head-shaking game all the way around. So much wild stuff has happened in this contest here tonight. Whoever comes out with the win, you got me. Shinkarik the other way, left side, and he is called, and he's knocked down, and a penalty coming up as Shinkarik is tripped down to the ice by Devin Fields. 2:11 to go in the third. River Dragons headed back to the Loft power play where they're 2 for 2. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Motor City's calling a timeout here. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. How about this? This game, this is just absolutely bizarre. So much has happened tonight. We had Lavalier thought a delayed penalty was coming and left to go to the bench. Turns out it was not a delayed penalty coming, and Motor City basically got an empty net goal. And then we had one that was not called a goal initially that now was given as a shorthanded goal to Josh Petrantonio. We had another bizarre one that was on what looked like an icing call. River Dragons kind of let up, and now you got to play to the whistle. I will say that. The whistle didn't blow. The River Dragons let up. Puck ends up in the back of the net. Okay, you give up that one too. So it's gone both ways tonight. And the result is, with 2:11 to go in the third, 5-4, River Dragons onto the power play. And the power play's 2 for 2. Storjahan, Wickline, Petrantonio, McDonald, and Doe. Draw to the right of the Motor City net. Storjahan battling it back. Petrantonio to the point. McDonald pestered in space. McDonald battling to keep a bouncer in. Cannot. It's sent down. Lavalier will leave it behind the net. Here comes Petrantonio, the captain leading the charge on the right side. He'll send it in behind the net, go after it himself. Trying to work it free. Down to the right side. Here's Wickline into the near wing. And a big hit on the near side, but the puck stays trapped on the half boards. They battle away at it. Puck is still tied up over there in the boards. Time ticking down here for the River Dragons. Puck free into the slot, a chance to clear and sent down by Motor City. Storjahan back for it. And Storjahan, left side pass ahead. McDonald will dump it in, and the goaltender going to the bench. Lavalier off, extra man is on. Storjahan to the left side, knocked down to the far wall. Boy, there are just bodies everywhere right now. Jemayev pulls it out of the pile, easy extra man. Jemayev knocked down, swung around the glass, down it goes. McDonald after it, and now it's rolling towards the empty net, but wide. Justin McDonald will bring it ahead. 54 seconds to go. 5-4 your score. River Dragons on the power play. 6-on-4 right now. They dump it in. Gonzalez saved to the corner. McDonald in front and right into the post is Bersani as he got knocked into the post. So the question is, face-off inside or face-off outside? River Dragons are going to change it up here, and they are going to move the face-off outside. 45 seconds to go here in the third. 34 seconds to go in the Loft power play. Lavalier is going to come back out onto the ice. River Dragons win the draw, and Lavalier right back to the bench. Shinkarik on the right side, pushing it in. Around to the far side, it comes to the left point. Slahetka on it, up top to Shinkarik. Shinkarik onto the right half wall. Up top, Shinkarik, a shot, blocked, rebound, Slahetka, backdoor feed. Oh, tip just wide. Puck on the near side, River Dragons trying to keep it in. There's a chance up top, Shinkarik, and it's deflected off the heel of his stick. A shot at the empty net for Motor City, they miss. 16 seconds to go. Ryan Hunter comes back for it. River Dragons have to hurry. Penalty's over. Hunter up the right side. He moves in. It's cleared back the other way, and that'll do it. Motor City. Here's Fields with a chance at the empty net. Time running out. He can't score, but the clock strikes 0, and the River Dragons win streak ends at 16. 5-4. Motor City with the victory here tonight. And guess what? These same two teams are going to do this again tomorrow. 2:05 p.m. You're not going to want to miss that one. We'll take a break, and it's time to move into the Pepsi postgame show. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time!
Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Don't miss your chance to win at Victoryland Casino. We're open 24/7, so come on in for nonstop gaming action. You'll find the latest, hottest, most exciting games around, and you'll love the fun bonuses and big jackpots. Plus, you can watch and wager on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. Your best bet for big wins is just minutes away at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22 in Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Well, Motor City pulls out a 5-4 win over the Columbus River Dragons, and the River Dragons win streak ends at 16 games here tonight against Motor City in a wild affair. Absolutely crazy. I mean, this is a game, we saw things happen here tonight we haven't seen all season long. But the River Dragons do fall in regulation 5-4 the final. Your 3 stars of the game here in this Pepsi postgame show are brought to you by Wade Cleaners, the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. It is a local media selection and a sweep by the Motor City Rockers. 3rd star, Danny Vanderweel. 2nd star, Josh Colton. And the 1st star is TJ Delaney, who had a couple of goals here tonight to pace the Rockers' attack. We'll take a break in the Pepsi postgame show. When we come back, we have the scoring wrap for you and the out-of-town scoreboard coming your way. Stay tuned. There'll be more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Ice Spice?
Wait, who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm with Starry now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable.
But I love you. Please.
Aw, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo Zip-In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
at 16 games here this evening. Let's go back and take a look through the scoring wrap-up for you as we'll go all the way back to the first period. Motor City came out, and I'll tell you what, credit the Rockers. They jumped out all over the River Dragons early and often, and Columbus found themselves down 4-0 halfway through this hockey game. It started 3:17 into the first. Scott Koash's 21st from Svintsoff, and that made it 1-0, and then Delaney would follow with his first of 2 on the evening from Colton and Vanderweel at 11:33. It was 2-0 after 1, and then into the second, really the script the Rockers wanted. They come out, they score early again, 2:45 time of the goal for Sneath, his 10th from Gulo and Fields. And then Delaney, second of the night, this one on the power play from Sneath and Giuliano at 11:16, and Motor City's got what looks like a comfortable 4-0 lead. River Dragons call timeout at that point, and they start to tip things back the other way. It starts with a Cody Wickline power play goal, his 16th from Slahetka, as it turns out now. They have changed the assist on that at 15:24, and then a minute 3 seconds later, another power play goal at 16:27. Justin McDonald is 22nd from Doe and Wickline, and that makes it 4-2 at the intermission. By the way, McDonald now 27 straight games with a point as he continues his league record scoring streak. In the third period, 9:33, Gulo is 5th from Holt and Giuliano now, as they have rearranged the assists on that one. And that goal, another one that was the play where I thought perhaps it might have been an icing and the play blown dead, but it was not. The whistle did not go, and puck ends up in the back of the River Dragons net. So 5-2 at that point, but Columbus continues to fight at 14:30. Ryan Gill, his second of the year from Andrioli and Bersani with a real nice tip, a delayed penalty pending. Gill in front of the net redirects the puck in on an Andrioli wrister. And it's now 5-3. Then late, they actually had to go back and talk this one over. It appeared Josh Petrantonio, shorthanded, he did beat the goaltender Gonzalez, and then the defender Colton on the line appeared to take it away with the shaft of his stick. After further review, the referees got together on it, talked about it, and decided the puck had actually indeed crossed the line. So Petrantonio then credited with a shorthanded goal. They put time back on the clock. The goal at 16:25. Then the River Dragons got a late power play. They even pulled the goaltender, had the extra man out there, but could not find a way to equalize in this one. And so the Motor City Rockers hold on for a 5-4 victory here tonight. Shots by period, the River Dragons 11, 10, and 18 for 39. The Rockers 12, 10, and 9 for 31. Power plays in the game, the River Dragons 2 for 3. And the Rockers 1 for 5. We'll take a break in the Pepsi postgame show and come back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
6-9 really rocks. And now back here on the YouTube feed as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody, in this Pepsi postgame show. Time to take a look back at the Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard for you, and we'll start with action around the FPHL here tonight. And how about the Danbury hat tricks? Boy, Elmira was actually in the lead in this game at one point, but Danbury drops a 10 spot at home against Elmira. 10-4. Danbury, good buddy, with a big win here tonight. The hat tricks with the victory there. The Carolina Thunderbirds 6-2 winners over the Mississippi Seawolves tonight. 4-1 the Watertown Wolves out in front of the Binghamton Black Bears after 2 periods of play. And to the Apex Center in Whitfield, Virginia, Baton Rouge with a 3-1 lead over the Blue Ridge Bobcats. That game is early in the 3rd period. In the NHL, we had some matinee finals from earlier today. A 6-1 win for the Red Wings over the Blues. The Devils 4-3 winners over the Montreal Canadiens. The Lightning 4-2 over the New York Islanders. Rangers 2-1 over the Flyers. In overtime, the Panthers beat the Capitals by a 3-2 score. And now games going on right now into the 3rd. The Maple Leafs with a 3-2 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Golden Knights and Senators knotted up at 2 as they begin the 3rd period. Bruins up 2-0 on the Canucks. That game is through 2 periods of play. Early in the 2nd, Stars and Hurricanes are tied up at 1. And then 10 o'clock Eastern time starts tonight. You got Flames at Oilers, Wild at Kraken, and Preds at Sharks. 10:30, Ducks are at the Kings. Finally, wrapping it up with the men's college basketball scoreboard here tonight. Several finals are in right now. In fact, it's probably a little shorter. Let's go ahead and do the games that are going on right now, and they're all at the half. Number 1, UConn leads Villanova 31-21. Number 5, Tennessee 37-27 over Texas A&M. Also at the half, Arizona State with a 36-29 lead over number 21 Washington State. And number 22 Colorado State 26-24 over UNLV. Late tips tonight, San Diego at number 18 St. Mary's and number 19 San Diego State at Fresno State. Finals from earlier, number 4 Arizona beats Washington 91-75. And then we also had number 2 Houston in overtime over number 11 Baylor 82-76. Number 24, Florida, 77-64 over Vanderbilt. Number 6, Iowa State, 71-64 over West Virginia. Wake Forest beats number 8, Duke, 83-79. And Kansas State, 84-74 over number 25, BYU. Number 12, Illinois, 95-85 over Iowa. Number 20, South Carolina, 72-59 over Ole Miss. Number 10, North Carolina, 54-44 winners over Virginia. Number 17, Kentucky, 117-95 over number 13, Alabama. UCF beats number 23 Texas Tech tonight, 75-61. Number 9 Kansas, 86-67 over Texas. And Auburn, number 14, they beat Georgia 97-76. That's it for our Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard, and that's it for the broadcast here tonight. We appreciate you being a part of things. Want to remind everybody we're back on the air tomorrow. 2:05 puck drop means a 1:30 Air Force Heating and Air pregame show as these same 2 teams capping off what is sure to be an explosive weekend of hockey here. 3rd game in 3 days between these 2 squads. And boy, after the way tonight went, I can't wait to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Should be an exciting game. We look forward to bringing it to you live here from Fraser, Michigan. Once again, your final score here tonight in a wild one. The Motor City Rockers come out on top. 5-4 your final. This is Tom Callahan for the birthday boy Drew Pierce saying good night. Thank you for listening and watching River Dragons Hockey.
Thank you for being a part of Columbus River Dragons Hockey. This game was brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo Zip-In, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Air, the official heating and air company of the River Dragons. Country Inn and Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. And by Chick-fil-A Midland, Tim Hortons, Columbus Diagnostic, Shredaway, The Overby Company, Vector Ply, Trivioli's, The Jersey Shop, Beam TV, WYBU Christian Television Network, Troy University, Largeman Dental, BKI Accounting, The Optical Shop, Piggly Wiggly, Sun South John Deere, Wade Cleaners, Houston Clinic, Abercrombie Bonding, First Franklin Financial, and Old School Barbershop. This has been a presentation of Ignite Sports and Entertainment. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use is prohibited without the express written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and the Columbus River Dragons. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons.